We're live.
Mhm.
Welcome to the Mentuition Network. It's not a beautiful day outside. It's actually raining, storming, flash flood warnings on our phone. His phone is going off. Their phones are going off. My phone is going off. Thank you for everybody who's going to be tuning in. This is going to be the future of YouTube television. Uh, Shit, where do we start, man? We could start by recapping yesterday. That's what we'll do. We'll recap a little bit about what went down yesterday. Fill you in with a few details. We got a very special guest with us today. Shouts out to the chat that's tuning in. I'll introduce the people you know already. Well, I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, you guys.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. We're here. We appreciate you guys supporting. Thank you guys so much, man. We love you. We're back again. We're gonna fill you guys in with, you know, our next steps, what we're gonna do. And I'll let this man introduce himself, of course.
How are y'all doing? My name is Basil Artist, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. I'm glad to see y'all in the chat today. I'm glad to see everyone migrate and come to the Mentuition Network to see us build something greater than ever.
Cool, man. Yeah, guys, we just wanted to kind of recap with you guys, touch base with you, let you guys know what we're doing.
This is Studio 2, by the way.
Yeah, this is the studio that you
2.
guys don't see.
Yeah, you don't see this one, but the new studio is actually under works now. We're gonna be announcing when it's done shortly, very shortly, very soon. You guys are gonna be starting to see us film from the new studio. We're gonna have a lot of shows, like we told you last episode. We're blueprinting. We're back at the drawing board. We're coming up with ideas. We're exchanging ideas. We got a special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself,
My
my
name is
brother.
Giovanni Ponce. I'm excited to be here. I've been in sync with these guys for a minute. I'm just happy to be in Miami.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming, man. I wish it was sunny for you.
Yeah, but
It's been raining all
you still
day.
looking like an OG.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it, man.
The Don.
Every time I see this man, he in a suit. Every single time. Every time. When you came to Charlotte, you were in the suit. We had cigars together. Now you in Miami. We had cigars together. You know.
I mean, you honestly, you got me into cigars a little more than I already was. You
Yeah.
suggested my first ever cigar to me.
Which one was that?
I think it was a Liga 9.
Was it the Liga? Yeah.
Yo, you love Liga.
The Liga's it.
He was trying to put King on it last night.
Yeah,
I got him something different.
Hector put me on Liga Madura.
The Liga Maduro. Yeah, Liga Maduro. Hey, you guys, if you guys want to smoke a good cigar, something that's hits real good, something dark, get that Liga Maduro, yo. Get that Liga Maduro.
We was on a
It's about
Skype
this
call.
big.
We was on a Skype call or Zoom, and we was talking about just like networking and getting together and shooting. And he was suggesting a cigar to me. He was like, "Yeah, I just got into it too." So I ended up going to the store and buying the Liga 9. It was good.
How did you like it?
It was good. It was dark for my first cigar.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Huh?
I wouldn't recommend going so dark. Hector be trying to kill people off jump.
It was good though. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
What type of cuts do you like in your cigars?
B cut. Yeah.
A deep V?
I mean, I never got a deep, but it don't matter to me.
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
guys,
go ahead
like
and-
the fucking video.
Yeah, like the video.
We're gonna go over kind of the current events, man. I know the chat's been on fucking fire.
Let's bring some chats up real quick. Let's bring some chats up
Yeah,
real quick.
if you guys have any questions about any of the aftermath, put it in the
Yeah.
chat. DeFritzo, what's up, brother? I
Yeah,
see
what's
you,
up,
man.
DeFritzo? What's the deal, man? What else do we got up there?
We
Let's
got
see.
Repo,
ZM
what's up,
still
brother?
in
Repo, I got you. I'm
Repo's
gonna
in the
mod
chat.
everybody. Repo's in the chat. I got a mod. Yo,
Okay.
Tim, where you at, Tim? I'm gonna mod you.
Yeah.
Tim, Captain Caveman,
Yeah, bring some of them up for
Lord
us, Fanny,
Peachy,
please.
guys. Drop something in the chat for me, guys. I'm gonna make you guys mods, man. We
Axel
appreciate
said,
you.
yo. Logic X said, studio elegant as hell. My IQ just went up looking at it. I appreciate you, baby. We actually, everything's gonna be much classier. Everything's gonna be more gentleman-like. That boss, cigar talk, self-development, man shit, like real man shit. No more yelling at Miami bimbos, none of that. Just real man shit, like networking, manhood, brotherhood, honor, loyalty, respect, not betraying your brothers. Like we're gonna talk real shit, things that men need to listen to, things that can actually provide some sort of value to the young men out there and the young women out there that listen to the content, that tune in, 5 days a week. Again, we're gonna give y'all a new schedule as to how we're gonna be shooting. Like we keep telling you, there's a lot of ideas that we're coming up with, a lot of new shows that have nothing to do with what we regularly talk about, that are going to be, solely for entertainment purposes. I mean, the Mentuition Network has the potential to grow into something huge. As you all know, cable television is dying. A lot of people only buy cable or dish, which I don't think dish exists no more. I think it's direct TV and cable, in order for them to watch sports. And considering the fact that you could buy sports channels on your Roku and things, you know, sooner or
Stream
later,
everything on your
yeah,
TV.
everything gets streamed. Know that every television comes with YouTube already pre-installed, so YouTube is going to be the new TV, and we're not falling behind. We're gonna swim with the current. We're gonna flow with the waves, and Mentuition Network is here to stay, you guys. Who else do we got up there? I see a few super chats. You'll bring them up for me, please.
Yeah, David Jones, I see you, brother.
Logic S said, leave this one and go to that channel.
Yeah, he's saying
He
leave.
must be on the Clips channel. Go
That's
ahead and.
Dom.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Dom
Dom's
Logic.
telling
Dom.
people to leave and come
Oh,
to
that's
here.
Dom is
Yeah.
Logic's. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yes,
Dom. Okay,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, so everybody listen to Dom and go ahead and go to the Mentuition Network. It's called Mentuition Network on YouTube, you guys. Uh the setup, this is actually Studio B. This isn't going to be our permanent studio. This is going to be one of the studios that we're going to be utilizing, you guys, okay? Uh I mean, again, the ideas are endless. We got a lot of great people on the team. We got a lot of people who, are very smart, and their ideas won't be taken for granted. What's that say? Are you going to stream on Rumble? YouTube is very sensitive. Yeah, we'll consider
Yeah.
Rumble, Twitch, the
Yeah, we're gonna try to
usuals,
get on all the
TikTok,
platforms.
Instagram,
Mhm.
of course,
Mhm.
YouTube. For all you know, one day we'll have
Yo.
our own actual, mentuition.com, where you got to go there and to watch all the episodes. I mean,
Mhm.
really, the way that I'm looking at it, Netflix, here we come, motherfucker. Like,
Word.
watch out, Netflix. What's that? Baby girl already said it looks great, guys. Keep up the work. Cool. Let's bring up the other one. Yo, baby, you wanna go ahead and do it? Yo,
Yo.
Yo, baby.
there we go. Classic.
Face
Repo
of
said
going
yes, we
crazy.
will. Yeah, no doubt. Who we got? I miss pokeballs. I don't know what that is.
Pokeballs.
Pokeballs. Whenever you remember
Oh.
one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get some more like emojis and all that stuff, guys. We'll bring that back. Maybe we'll do something
Pokeballs.
different. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
like little like they had like avatars. What do they call them? Like little
Well, like an emote or
yeah,
something.
like for tiers for people who are becoming members. So yeah, guys, we'll set all that back up.
Guys,
Yeah.
we're gonna get away from that one. I want to go
Yeah.
a little something more a little classy.
Yeah,
You
we're
know?
not doing the anime stuff anymore, you
Yeah.
guys.
Maybe you'll get a lighter. Maybe you'll get a cigar,
Something,
something. You
yeah.
know, something like
Yeah,
that.
something
Champagne
more.
bottle.
Yeah, that's a good
Something.
idea.
David Jones said this
Yeah, a
studio
crown is
looks
good.
awesome. I like how stylish and intimate it looks. David Jones, we appreciate that, man. It is definitely a I mean, Steve built the studio with his
Yeah.
bare hands.
Yeah, I built.
This took 76,000 man hours to build. So shouts out to Steve.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like these camera angles. We appreciate you, Esau.
Yeah, guys, this is I couldn't get one of the camera angles on, but we have 8 cameras up here, so you guys will see
Yeah,
soon, man.
It'll
that's
look even
actually
better when you get that one up.
yeah. You guys, so gentlemen, Michaela Montana actually asked a really good question. It said, question, since you guys explained the elements of brotherhood yesterday, what are the elements of a successful sisterhood? Michaela, see, this is the thing, brotherhood is very much different from sisterhood, and I think that it would take a woman who's on her purpose, a woman who's focused on self-development, who's focused on her mental growth or spiritual growth, and of course prioritizing her fitness and all the prerequisites that require with a man and or a woman becoming the 2.0 of them of themselves, for her to explain what it means. I mean, we personally, I wouldn't want to step out of boundary and speak on what a woman should be among her, friends. I think that if I were to say something, it would be very universal terms, like, of course, loyalty to the women, but that can get conflicted because your loyalty is supposed to be to your husband first, above the women that you're with, versus with a man. My loyalty is supposed to be to my brothers above the loyalty to my woman. Why? Because I don't expect my woman to die for me, but I do expect my brothers to die for me the same way that they'd expect me to die for them. So it's very different. It's very different things. Like loyalty is measured differently with men and women. So is honor. There's different things that make a woman honorable versus a man honorable. So, but don't worry. I mean, we're gonna get some good women on the show that are gonna be part of the team that'll be able to explain, what a successful sisterhood looks like.
Yeah, and also I'll say, like, there may be some girls come on, guys, that we may have to vote out, kick out, but it's the way you do it. Like, it's Miami. We can't vet every girl and know how classy or classless she's going to be. But I think we agreed, like,
Yeah.
I think even the environment will make people act different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, getting rid of that kind of childish vibe, having something more grown, more sexy. The
Yeah.
women and then people dressing up more like the lovely ladies here.
Exactly.
And shout out to the ladies, man.
Shouts out to the ladies.
Shout out
Alexia,
to y'all.
Fanny, Kate, everybody here, man. We appreciate you
Yeah.
guys coming. If someone said welcome back, Kate. So
Yeah. David Jones said, question for the panel. What topics will you be focusing on moving forward? To answer that question, David, we're going to be focusing on a wide variety of topics. We're not just going to box ourselves in. As a matter of fact, this isn't even a podcast. This is a show.
Correct.
It's so much. We're removing ourselves from the typical YouTube space so much so that you're not going to even think that you're watching podcasters on YouTube or these content creators on YouTube. We will be creating content. You will hear the visual, you will hear the audio and see the visuals that we create. However, the way that we create it is going to be a bit unorthodox in comparison to what you're used to seeing on YouTube. You're not going to be able to compare us to other shows. You got a lot of great minds that are beginning to be involved with what we're trying to create. So it's going to definitely give you a different aesthetic. It's going to give you different content, different topics, everything, and we're going to focus more so on that, on the growth. What do we got? Storytelling. Who are you in high school and how much have you grown since then? What would you tell your 15-year-old self? Sahid and Rana. Sahid and Rana, we
oh
appreciate that
yeah,
question. We
yeah.
appreciate you watching.
That's a good question.
Yeah, thank you for your
Yeah.
support.
Drop a bomb for them.
Yeah, drop a bomb for that. We'll all answer it, but we'll let our special guest, like Giovanni, answer that one first. So, who were you in high school and how much have you grown since then? And what would you tell your 15-year-old self? We could probably break that down into two questions. So we'll be, who were you in high school and how much have you grown since then? We'll go around and then we'll ask the last one. What would you tell your 15-year-old self? So
Mhm.
You go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in high school, I was just a badass kid. Like, I had just severe, like, emotional, like, issues and shit like that. I was very aggressive. Outside of outcast, but like a popular outcast. Like, everybody knew who I was, but I was never really like cool with anybody like that. No one ever tried to play with me or nothing like that. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's Giovanni," you know. So very much in the out crowd. Never really was in any crowd like that. I'm not grown since then. I've learned to be a lot more social. Usually, I just stick to myself. I'm very quiet, reserved, you know, thoughtful, mindful about what I'm gonna say. Observe everybody's body language, listen to what they talk about, really read the energy and see if it matches what they're talking about. Um, what was the other question?
and how much have you grown since then?
I became a man. You know, at some point you got to put away the a street mentality, the real nigga mentality. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the realest nigga out here. I'm the toughest nigga out here. You gotta like elevate. You gotta disassociate yourself from people that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be trying to elevate and grow and live a positive life, and you got people out here still involved in negative things, still doing negative shit. And, you just gotta grow, bro. So good. Yeah.
You're in the camera view, brother.
Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry.
And what I would tell my 15-year-old self, man, just stay true to yourself. Always tell the truth. Always be loyal. Never betray anybody. Always just follow your heart and always follow God.
Yeah, follow God. What about you, Steve? What would you tell your
Ah,
15-year-old? Well, who were you in high school? How much have you grown since then?
man, in high school, shit, man, I was definitely the kind of a class clown. I'll be honest with you. Um, but I was the smooth kid, man. I was the guy that would try to like get the baddest looking chick, but I wouldn't want anybody to know it. Um, I was a very driven person. What was fun for me in high school was to think. I didn't actually like to read. I just like to think of things. Like, I would read, but like I would I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Like, I would never really read a bunch of books. That was a big red flag for me in high school. I think once I got out of high school, I realized that I need to read more because I wasn't as intelligent as I could have been if I'd have read more. We talk about this all the time. Um, but I mean, I think I was just like any other young kid, man. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I started having anxiety attacks when I was in high school, right when I was about to graduate, because I didn't know what was going to happen, what college I was going to go to. I knew I was going to have to move out of my mom's crib.
You went to college.
I did go to college.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just kind of like a chill kid, man. You know, I grew up around a lot of riffraff. I tried to stay out of it. A lot of people selling drugs, gang banging. I
Who
was
told
around
you
it.
to stay out of it?
Um,
Or did you naturally want to stay out of
I
it?
naturally wanted to stay out of it,
Okay.
and I think my grandparents raised me, and they kept me out of that kind
It
of.
didn't interest you?
It did interest me, but I I saw people get killed, get jumped.
Okay.
You know, one of my best friends got shot about 8 times and survived it.
Oh, some
Did,
50
And
cents
I got a
type
question
shit.
for you. So, like,
yeah,
for your role models and stuff like that, were they all like role models that weren't involved in that? Because, like, I know me, like, I had role models that maybe weren't the best role models that I
hmm
looked up to. They were like respected in the street,
hmm
and I wanted to be like them, right? Obviously, that's not how it works. Like, you want to, look up to people that are actually doing shit with their lives. But I was wondering, like, if you had like negative role models or like positive role models.
I had positive role models. My grandfather was a positive role model. He was the kind of go outside, shoot guns,
Mm.
BB guns, build tree houses. I had a lot of positive role models. I had friends that had one of my friends. His name was Brandon. His dad would we do like super soaker fights and Nerf guns and like he was like I wouldn't say he was a dad, but he just was like the fun dad that would come out and play with all the kids. So
Mhm.
I just had a good community around me of women and men, and we would all kind of just, hang out like one big family. I used to
That's
play
dope, man.
spades at people's houses. Yeah, it was I could go in, it was like a revolving door in anybody's door. They feed me, something happened, they, take me to the hospital, whatever it would be. So, and
So
then
the
what was the
majority
second?
of the people around you in your neighborhood, they pretty much knew each other.
Yeah.
Everybody's growing up with mom and dad or grandparents, and
Exactly.
So,
And
who
then,
did you want to like be like when you were younger?
my grandfather. My father wasn't around, so my grandfather was like in his 50s or 60s.
your
I
mother's father.
Yeah, never seen him do a push up. He was super strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, I never see you work out. But he was just like a manly man type of guy. He knew how to like build shit. A lot of guys don't know how to fix tires. And he was like the guy that he had a whole tool, like a shed of just like all tools. It's like he went to Home Depot every fucking day or something. He just would have like 5 wrenches of the same wrench. So I was around that kind of shit.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Growing up. So it was dope.
A man's man. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the second part? It was,
What would you tell your 15-year-old self?
um, man, I would say stop trying to clown around so much, you know, uh look to the future, pick a better major in college.
What did
Like
you major in?
business management, like a shit major that really didn't like out like pick a focus. I started taking college classes early at 16. We could go to like take community college classes, and I just took like stupid shit. Like if I would have known then, like, or had a mentor like saying like, yo, get into this, get into accounting, get into finance, something like that, I think I would have
We,
picked a
we should
better
talk about that
path.
sometime in the show, like the lack of guidance in young men today,
Yeah,
and like
Yeah.
facts. We do
because a
Yeah.
that.
lot of people are where they at because they don't have strong men,
Mm-hmm.
men of like good character to really
Mm-hmm.
role model after. So we should definitely touch on that later.
What's
Yeah.
a fact?
What about you,
you,
Basil?
Basil?
So I grew up as a introvert, but in school I was the popular kid. The somehow was popular because I knew all the older kids. My cousin was older. I went to the same high school as him, so all the popular kids was my friend group. I had no friends that were in my, I guess, my grade.
Mhm.
So everyone see me, oh shit, you hang out with the older guys. Oh shit, you're going to their parties. Oh, you're the cool kid. And I kind of didn't like it because again, I'm an introvert. I like to be alone in my just by myself. But I had to talk to people because when you're that popular kid, everyone wants to be around you. Wherever I sat in the cafeteria, everyone has to sit next to me. Um, and I don't think I liked it at all. I didn't enjoy it. And I went to a very strict high school. And then on top of that, when I would go home, I would just play video games. I was a fucking nerd. Like I would never do homework. I never did fucking I did my classwork and that's all. Classwork test, that's it. And then I eventually graduated with a 2.8 GPA, which is very fucking low.
Better than
But
me. I was
but
like
the
I was a fucking C student.
I got a question for you though, because you like you said you're an introvert, very
yeah.
similar in that way, me and you. But it's like you said, like everybody's coming to you. So how was it like navigating, like trying to stay away from all the bullshit that's trying to come into your space?
I was good at talking because
Mm,
people would just come up to me. So I learned communication skills, and I learned how to end a conversation quick
mm,
with someone and be like, oh no, I don't really. It was like I could tell you I don't really want to talk to you, but I didn't have to say it in that way. Oh brother, matter of fact, I really had to go. I
go
had
to
to
the
do
bathroom real
this. I got to
quick.
do this
Yeah.
and that. I learned how to navigate and network. Oh, I see a guy over there that maybe is my boy, so I want to go talk to him. But if I tell him a lie, then it's gonna look weird. So I had to learn how to articulate myself in a way where I didn't make it seem like I was telling this guy fuck off and then go hang out with a random person. And then to actually answer the second question, 15-year-old self, what would I tell myself? Stay on the same route. That's when I realized school was a scam, and I left school to do online school from home. And that's the next year at 16, I graduated at 2.8. I realized, yo, the whole school system is a scam.
Rigged.
The
Mm-hmm.
the first semester, no, not the first semester, the first 8 weeks or the first 4 weeks, I learned how the tests are set up. There's four questions. Three of them are gonna look similar, and then you break it down for the next two. Yo, I didn't know shit. I didn't know geometry. I didn't know algebra. All these classes I took 32 classes in one semester, so I could just hurry up and get rid of be done with high school. I realized, yo, you don't need to know any of this shit if you know how test taking works. Again, I graduated a 2.8. For my senior paper, I wrote one paragraph.
Whoa.
like yeah,
Why?
because it didn't matter. All I had to do was pass the class. So
Yeah.
I made sure I just did just enough just to pass the
So you
class.
did like the bare minimum.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because high school was
Joint.
bullshit. And guess what? I knew I was gonna go to the military, which I did. Right, like 2 years later, because I graduated at 16. You have to be 18. So 15 to no 16 to 18, bro. Military work. I was just working out just so I get right for the military. I started doing spiritual stuff. So yeah, at 15, I would just tell me do the same thing, bro. Drop out of like the traditional public school and go to online school. Figure out that the system is bullshit. They want you to be fucking workers
Mm-hmm.
and get out of that mindset.
So you got your GED?
No, I got a high school diploma.
Oh, but you got it from like the online thing?
Yeah, so I was going to high school. So I could drop it. Chapel Hill High School. That's where I went, and you can leave there to do online school, but I could still get a high school diploma from Chapel Hill High School.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
still
that's
got my
nice
high
then.
school
Yeah.
diploma.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought you was the either or thing. Like you drop out, you get your GED. That's it.
No,
Nah, you can get a high school diploma.
yeah, I still got my high school
Yeah,
diploma.
you can get your high school
Dope.
diploma.
Yeah, that was a good. That was David Jones. Good
That was
question,
David
brother.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, guys, send in your chats, your questions, whatever you guys want to know. We will be answering.
I need a Mentuition shirt that says "Don't get
Bamboozled.
bamboozled." Yo,
Yeah, we should make a
yeah.
bamboozle T-shirt.
When
We'll
you're in a
do that.
relationship, is it a red flag if he hasn't proposed within 3 years? Point. Just curious. In my opinion, I think it is. In my opinion, I think he's not taking you seriously. Men move really fast. I tell you guys this a lot. Men move fast. Within 90 days, we know that we're in love. 120 days, we're gonna start thinking of whether or not we want to spend the rest of our life with you. And 30 days after that, at about 150 days, we're either gonna pop the question or just go with the flow.
Well,
We're
Hector,
not
let
really.
me be devil's advocate to that.
Mhm.
Maybe what happened if the girl isn't showing wifey qualities?
Then we're
Maybe
not gonna
should.
take them seriously.
Yeah, that's fine. So
Mhm.
3 years, maybe she's doing something right, and then for a couple months she fucks up.
Mhm.
Like a couple months she does good, couple months she fucks up,
Mhm.
and 3 years pass now, and you're like, oh, okay, so I haven't gave you a ring because you haven't showed consistency.
That's
Could that be
valid.
another reason?
Yeah, that's valid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's valid. I think that, I mean, ladies, and I tell you guys this also, you got to be a wife before a man wants to marry you. I mean, you got to already be doing wifey qualities. You can't just think that because I'm pretty, he has to marry me, or like, no, you got to start acting like a wife already in order to have a man be like, you know what? I don't want anybody else to have her, and I don't want anyone else to experience her. I'm gonna go ahead and marry her because Basil's right. Like you think I'm 90 days. I'm gonna do everything like that honeymoon stage. Yeah, I'm gonna do everything on the first 90 days and then I'm gonna slack or I'm gonna get comfortable. That's not only women's demise, but it's also men's demise. Men will get in a relationship, they'll stop going to the gym, they'll stop exerting dominance, they'll start, Oh nah, bro, I can't go out. I'm gonna hang out with Shorty. No, I'm gonna kick it with Shorty, bro. I'm not gonna go out. It's like, come on, bro. You still gotta be around your brothers. You still gotta sharpen your steel. You still gotta be on your purpose. I mean, that's what attracted her to you in the first place. So
Mm.
same thing, ladies, whatever it was that attracted him to you is gonna be different, because we're visual. So your looks attracted us to you, right? But in order for you to retain us, it's gonna be the other qualities, the wifely qualities, you
Yeah,
know?
I would also say that though that I think a woman should um give the guy some clues, right? There's a song by Patrice Rushen called "Send Him Forget Me Nots," and she's basically saying like, I'm gonna send him things so he doesn't forget me, or tell him things, whisper things in his ear like that, letting him know that I want to get married. I think a lot of women are just like not talking about it, and I know that the guy has to pop the question, but I would say like a woman should, like give him a little like, you know what I mean? Like a lot. I think that helps a little bit, but 3 years is way too long.
When do you think
uh,
that she should start saying that?
from the jump. I
From the
think
first day,
from the
right?
first day,
Yeah,
but and never let up, and
yeah,
and also let him know that she's serious, like she dates with intent.
yeah,
She wants
yeah,
to get married. I think a lot of women don't
yeah,
start relationships talking like that.
They don't
yeah.
talk about the important questions. They don't ask them.
Exactly.
So like another factor to that would be like, have you guys even talked about marriage?
Hmm.
Like, do you know that that's something that he actually
Hmm.
wants?
Hmm.
Facts.
Right? Because again, we don't know all the info, but that's
Hmm.
something you should be asking. Like you said, dating with intent. That's something you should be talking about within the first
Yeah,
30 days when you're going on
before the
that.
first
Yeah,
30
yeah,
days.
yeah. You
Yeah.
should you
Well,
should be
really, on
letting
the
them know.
first date, I think. I mean, ladies, bring it back up. Who was it? Fanny, who
It
asked
was
the
baby
question?
girl Ari,
Ari.
right?
Ari.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, Ari. After 3 years, either you're doing something completely wrong, or he just doesn't take you seriously, and he's not ready for marriage yet.
Exactly.
I mean, you're supposed to make it abundantly clear from the moment that he even talks to you, like, hey, look, I only date with intentions of being married. I'm saving myself for my husband. If you don't have those intentions, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to waste each other's time.
Hmm.
Because think about it, the majority of men and women are just casually dating, casually having sex.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
a lot of women see men, I'm not going to say we can do it, but it doesn't lower our value in the sexual marketplace, in the dating marketplace, like it does for the women. See, the women, the more sexual encounters that you have,
Yeah, bro. He got it.
Ask the chat if they can hear us now. Chat.
You know, it'd be funny if I start wearing a 2 out of 10 hat. Put a 2 out of 10 hat.
No trolling chat. I'm sure they heard it.
What was I say? Hector was making what? Bring that.
That's so
His nuts.
I really wouldn't do about it.
Then mature nature, Mother Nature decided to have her period on the Wi-Fi.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
it's all good though, you guys. But you know, to the conversation, just I guess to start off where we left off. Yeah, I think if he's not already, you know, proposing to you, you didn't make it clear that marriage is your intentions, or he's not taking you seriously. So, it's
So
either one.
what advice would you give her if she's in this
If she's
3-year
in this
relationship?
relationship,
Yeah.
see, it's hard. One thing that I've learned, right? Don't ever tell a man anything. Ask him questions in order to figure out what it is that he's thinking. So, for example, don't say, I want to get married. Just be like, do you love me? Baby, of course I love you. Okay, good, because I love you too. And I would love to spend the rest of my life with you. Would you like to spend the rest of your life with me? Baby, of course. Why? Why are you asking me these questions? It's because I've been thinking, and I wanted to ask you a very serious question. Okay, what do you want to ask me, baby? Why haven't you asked me to marry you? And you can take it from there. You
Damn.
know what I mean?
Okay. That's a good breakdown.
You
I
see what I'm
like
saying?
that.
Like
Okay.
it's you don't tell ladies, you gotta understand, like you're the tenderness that a man is fueled by. You know, like we hear shit every day from the men we're around. Like even our boys. Like you think Steve is gonna let me sit here and be like, damn man, I'm sad, yo. I'm sad. Like, nah, like nigga, what the fuck?
Man the
Get
fuck
up.
up.
Man the fuck up, you know? But when we go to our women, we don't do that either. But it's your intuition that it's like, baby, you okay? Yeah, of course I'm okay. Okay. But that touch, that tender touch, because I'm not finna touch Giovanni's shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you good, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Tell me not. That's how we rock. But that tenderness, it's what we expect from our women, right? So instead of telling them, why haven't you married me, or you haven't married me, or don't you plan on marrying me, ask them, like, do you love me? Would you want to spend the rest of your life with me? You know, love to spend the rest of my life with you, things like that. And then you'll get your answer. You know, you'll get your answer.
Yeah. Brunette. I don't
What
know
was your question?
whose question was that.
No, that was Ari's question.
Okay,
you have
Brunette.
No, we're
a
not
question
talking
from Brunette?
Yeah, Brunette, send
Send it
send your
again.
question again.
Did you
We had
favorite
some
it?
technical difficulties, so
Yeah, guys. It is storming here in Miami, man.
yeah,
Storming.
yeah. She didn't.
Okay.
Well, Brunette,
Okay.
send your question in.
I didn't marry you because I don't want to. Go, Adam Hecker.
I didn't marry you because I don't want to take care of your badass kids.
Adam Hecker said, I don't want to marry you because
Okay,
I don't
so
want to
hold
take
on.
care of your badass
So what are
kids.
you doing if kids are involved?
Well, first of all, I think that there's two things that you need to consider. Number one, if you're a young single man, you should have no business talking to a woman with children.
Correct.
Right?
Mhm.
If you're a young single man. Now, if you're a man who's older in age and you have children of your own, and you so happen to meet a woman with children, and you guys come to the agreement that, hey, I think we can make this work. I have children, you have children. I love you, you love me. We can make this work. We can do something. You know, we're in our older age, we're 35, 36, whatever the fuck. She's, you know, let's say she's a good woman. Things didn't work out. Now she has 3 kids from 3 different fathers. You got to pick up on the pattern. But let's say she has 3 kids from one prior marriage.
Mhm.
She's been with this man long term. Shit didn't work out. It happens. Things didn't work out with you and your woman. Because also, ladies, too, a man with a lot of baby mothers, that's a red flag as well. I know biologically you guys associate that with, damn, he must be good in bed. Damn, pre-selection. He has like all these women after him. But you guys got to be very strategic also and be like, you know what? What is it about this man that makes him think that it's okay to have sex with multiple women
Mhm.
and get them all pregnant, right? That's
Mhm.
lack of sexual discipline. Because sexual discipline isn't only just not fucking. Like, we're men at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Sexual discipline is one, who you're having sex with, and whether or not you're bringing children into this world who you can't take care of, and or with many different women. Because if you're doing that, then you lack sexual discipline. You know, so what did the question again? What was it? I lost it.
The question.
Oh yeah,
No. What I
yeah, yeah,
said
children.
is
Yeah, so
kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
so those are the two things. If you're a young man in his early 20s or even late 20s or even early 30s and you don't have any children, it's not in your best interest to get with a woman with children.
Like the
Yes,
question for
sir.
that is like, have you guys ever dated someone with kids?
No, I
And if
would never
so,
do
how did it
that.
go?
I have,
Yeah.
and it was a pretty, I would say, bad
Complicated
experience.
situation,
Yeah, it
right?
was a
Yeah.
bad experience. I
Yeah.
always tell guys, like, if you're dating a woman with kids, you're sort of dating her, her kid, and the relationship she has with that other guy.
100%.
Was that
And
was hard for you?
was it hard for me?
Yeah, to juggle all that because it is a lot. Because I've done it too.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
it's also like you see what she would be like as a mother.
Mhm.
So it's like the way she raises her kid. I would never want my kid to be raised like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it just conflicts because you can never tell her what to do because that's her kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just like why you gonna put yourself in a position where you have
Yeah.
no leverage at all. Like I'll deal with my kid's temper tantrum. I'll
Mhm.
deal with the like you prioritizing because you're supposed to prioritize the
Mhm.
kid over me,
Mhm.
but you're gonna prioritize someone else's kid over me.
Correct.
No.
And it's worse if you're a man, a single man with no kids, and you're going into that relationship, and it's a son,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because you have no authority over that child.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you have a child with that woman, and you have a son. That son is always going to look to that the older brother.
Mhm.
So then he doesn't have the discipline that you taught him.
Right.
He's going to start learning bad traits from his older brother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes mothers even challenge the father's authority when it's their biological son. You know, that's just how women are created to challenge your authority. Of course, there's ways that they do it. There's the right way and the wrong way, right? They got to make sure that they're following a competent leader. So sometimes they might see you discipline or reprimand the child, the boy child, and oh, you didn't have to talk to him that way, right? And then of course you guys have to have a conversation away from the child in order to let her know, like, hey, look, let me raise this boy, right?
Mhm.
Let alone a woman with a child and the child isn't yours, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Like you're not gonna, you know, men have a hard time tolerating their own children sometimes,
Mhm.
let alone the child of another man. Like it takes a
It's
very
like a
specific man to do it, and I don't think it's a good idea. I want to ask you on the bad experience also, because you know a lot of women, they'll put themselves in the situation where they could very well be in love with the man,
Mhm.
the single guy. He might love her, but 9 times out of 10 it was for the sex. So for the ladies, I want to say this: it's irresponsible on your behalf as a woman to put yourself, most importantly your child, in a situation where you're in a relationship with a man that's single. Because if things don't work out with you and that man, and the child gets close to him, because a young boy with no father or no present father will begin to look up to that man. He'll begin to see him as his father. He might not call him dad yet, he might not say father, but he might call him by his name. But he'll start to look up to him, especially if you're a certain kind of man. You
Mhm.
work out, you look good, like the things that I tell you to be. Work out, prioritize your fitness, prioritize the way that you dress, your image, your mental health, all these things, the things that made his mother love you, the things that made his mother attracted to you, are going to attract him as a boy as well, especially if his father isn't around or his father doesn't meet those prerequisites. Because women, children look up to men, right?
Mhm.
So when that child, that especially the young boys, they'll look up to you. You do all these cool things. Let's say he's going to go, wow, like, you
Mhm.
know, Jake is so cool.
Mhm.
He's going to start to like you. And if you and the mother don't work out, that's bad for the child. I'm all about the babies. That's bad for the child, and it's irresponsible on the woman's behalf. And then men, as the most logical ones, I think it's our responsibility also to be like, let me stay away from that single mother.
Yeah, when I was with the single mother that I was dating, I stayed away from her kid
Mm-hmm.
because I knew that attachment that you're talking about could
Yeah.
happen, and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna get too close to this motherfucker because once, and we were already on the rocks a little bit, so I wasn't really sure about her at that point. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with her this closely because then her kid's gonna be around, and then we're gonna be hanging out, going out. I'm gonna be obligated to like buy him stuff. I was buying him Roblox cards and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, man. Like, and then after a while, you build that attachment. I'll say this: the experience was annoying because I would have to hear her talking to the baby father a lot. You know what it is? I think as men, we're very selfish. I'm very selfish. I don't want you talking to some other dude. You know what I'm saying? She's going off into a corner talking to him about, him get in trouble in school or whatever it is. I'm like, yo, it's our time right now. So it bothered me, juggling the relationship between her, him, the kid. It was just awkward. It put me in an awkward situation. I was like, nah, I can't do it. And I even told her, like, yo, I'll try. I'll really, really try. But it just.
Did you leave her because of the kid?
I actually didn't. I left her because she had a shitty ass fucking attitude. But you can't. But hear this. To me, you can't have a kid or two and have a shitty attitude. That was my mentality. Facts. You can't be a baby mama and then be also an asshole. Like, to me, it was like, yo, I'm willing to take care of your kid, or I'm gonna try. So if you're a complete bitch to me, like I was like, you get one chance and I'm out. Yeah. So I put women, again, I wouldn't say for guys to date women with kids at all or as their first choice. But if you do find a woman that you truly love that has a kid, I would say you don't take shit from her. Like, don't let her act like she's single without kids. She would act like her kid didn't matter. And like, I was like, nah, that doesn't work for me. So she was on a very short leash with me as far as like being, rude, having a bad attitude. I could. So
basically what Giovanni said, like, you will tell a lot about the type of mother she'll be to your child.
Exactly.
By the type of mother she is to her child. Yeah, no, exactly. 100%.
That can make it harder for you to kind of open up with the kid, because it's like, why am I going to build a solid relationship with him when our relationship isn't even solid? So.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, Chad, what we got?
What happened the question from Brunette?
My question was, what are your thoughts about men who make fun of women who want to date for marriage? I don't think I've ever run across a man who makes fun of women who want to date for marriage. That might be the men that you're around, Brunette from Cali. I think that you need to start separating yourself from the environments that put you around those kind of men,
Well, her situation is that she's a virgin. So she's saying that from a virgin's point. Like, men just want to speak with her instead of her marrying. She's looking to marry.
Okay, all the more reason to separate yourself from the men that you're finding in this environment. I mean, I'm going to say the same thing. What is it about the environment you're placing yourself in that puts you around these men that are, are making fun of you for waiting for marriage? I've
never heard of that though.
Yeah, like, it doesn't make sense. You're either you got friends that are hoes, and they're putting you around men that think that way, or it could be B, you're around friends that are fucking hoes and they're putting you around men that think that way. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that virginity should be respected by both men and women. It should be cherished. I think when a woman's ready to give her virginity, I don't think she should leverage it as a weapon. I think that you should give it to a man worthy, of that. But you also got to understand that you're going to have to put yourself in an environment that you're going to find the man that's going to cherish that's going to want to marry you. I mean, besides your virginity, what other qualities do you have? Ladies, you guys got to stop associating your value solely on your virginity. There's other things that men require, right? Other than just your sexual
somebody purity. Said it last week. Somebody said a virgin could be on OnlyFans. Like, someone was basically saying, like, just because you're a virgin, that's not, like, your soul. Like, there's so many other things that make a woman feminine and make her who she is and make her a helpmate to a man. Like Kevin Samuel said all the time, you have to be a wife before
marriage.
Before marriage, like virginity is a part of the prerequisites, but I think there's so much more.
There's other things like what are you doing? Like, is that all you have to offer? You're just a virgin. That's it. Right. Doesn't make sense.
And Hector, you and me were talking about this the other day. Just because you're a virgin, that doesn't make you pure. Going back to your linking with the OnlyFans thing, a girl could be on OnlyFans showing her tits, etc., showing her body off, and she could be a virgin. That does not make the woman pure.
It doesn't make her
pure. She could be a attention whore. She could have a bad attitude, not feminine, masculine, wants to argue all the time. So yeah, it's not just that at all.
And just because her hymen is intact, like, she thinks that she just deserves. Okay, to expand on my question then, what if I'm not in any environment like that? What if they're drawn to me? What advice would you give to someone who wants marriage but is the target for men like that? That's very hard to believe. Yeah.
Okay. So if they're drawn to you, then you're doing something that would make them, or you're wearing a certain type of clothing,
some form of behavior.
You're being very flirtatious.
Send us your Instagram. Send us your Instagram.
because
That
guys
brunette
aren't
from
going to come
Cali,
up to you
yeah,
like that. Because
yeah,
what I've realized is, maybe this is me as a man, but the guys I surround myself with, yo, if I could see a girl with wearing a hijab, I'm going to show her more respect than a woman that's wearing a fucking bikini.
Mhm.
It's night and day.
Mhm. No, that's facts, man.
yeah. Send us your Instagram and we'll look at you and we'll tell you what you're doing wrong. Panel. So many people believe that forgiveness and reconciliation are the same thing. They are not the same thing. So, what are your thoughts on that? Yeah, I agree. I think, just because you forgive, it's like that old saying, forgive, don't forget, right? The reconciliation would be for example, we'll reconcile our differences and be friends again,
Mm-hmm.
versus I forgive you for the fuck shit you did, for the betrayal. However, I'm disassociating myself with you.
I thought reconciliation was like meeting up again or coming back and
Yeah,
like we're
friendship.
going to
You're cool again.
reconcile.
You're cool
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
No, you're
Okay.
reconciling your
It's like
differences.
you mend something that was broken. That's what.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, but it begins with reconciliation begins with forgiveness. I have to forgive you and agree
Right.
to
For us to come back
to
together.
come back
Right.
together as friends.
Yeah.
Or I can forgive you and be like, I don't want to reconcile our differences. I want to disassociate myself with you, but in my heart, I forgive you.
Mhm.
Do you think that's the same as someone apologizing and then someone taking accountability?
I think that, like I explained the other day, I think that there's a way that you apologize in order for me to believe that you're taking accountability for the things you did wrong. You
Mhm.
can say, you got me. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Versus, I did this. I know it made you feel this way. I promise I'll never do it again. You have my word.
Mhm.
And then you never do it again. Now it's like, okay, word. They took accountability for it.
Mhm.
They apologized. I can believe them, right?
Mhm.
Versus you just say, I'm sorry for the same thing over and over and over. You're taking no accountability. You're just saying
Change your
sorry.
behavior.
Yeah, you're not changing the behavior. You're doing the same thing over and over again. You think that sorry means that you're sorry. It means that you got, and that's why you feel sorry.
Yeah. A sorry just buys you time
It buys you
to
time.
fuck up again.
Usually, most people aren't sorry. They're just sorry they got caught.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Sorry buys you time to fuck up again.
to fuck up again.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
what the sorry is for. It's not
Yeah.
it's a disingenuous sorry.
What do you mean men think is a what? What do men think is a good age to get married for a woman and a good age to get married for a man? It's that's tricky. I think that if, for example, I have a daughter, if my daughter, if I approved of the man that she was with and she's 18, I would, she'd have my blessing at 18. I mean, I think it depends, for women. I think that there's a certain time limit, you know, because ideally, as a father, I would want my daughter to lose her virginity to the man that she marries. Same thing for my son, but for my son, I would, you know, I would tell him to wait
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
26, 28, 30, maybe, a little older, build yourself up as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I do my job to a T, by 22, 23, he's gonna be ready
He's
for
gonna be
life.
good. He's gonna be
He's
good.
gonna be
Yeah.
ready. Like he's
What,
already
what,
gonna
what
be
if you're like Basil and you're doing really well for yourself at 21?
Yeah, 21.
Like
21.
let's say somehow you built yourself up earlier than expected. So the question would be, you built yourself up maybe monetarily, but you haven't
Mhm.
built yourself up with enough experience.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So
So-
it's very rare, I think, for a young man to build himself. I mean, your brain isn't even done growing.
Mhm.
right.
I mean, you got to also, for example, there's a book that I want to write. It's called Machismo.
Mhm.
Machismo means masculinity, right? But the way that it's viewed as toxic masculinity. And the reason why I haven't even started reading is it's because I have a lot of travel left and a lot of wisdom to acquire. I think that when you really understand what manhood is, you can't just be 30, for example, my age, and be like, I know what manhood is. I yet to be a grandfather. Like
Mhm.
there's a different levels to manhood. I mean, I tell people, like, a woman will fall in love with the same man 5 times. The man, the husband, the father to her children, the
Mhm.
grandfather to her grandchildren, and then finally she'll fall in love with his memory if
Mhm.
you do everything right. So I think that there's a lot of building for men, even at certain ages. I mean, some men grow up faster than others. Other men grow at a great pace. Other men never grow up. And I'm transparent in this regard. I always say, I had a head start. I'm playing catch up because, and I missed the question, so I'll expand on it. The question that I think the Fritzo asked it earlier, or David Jones asked it about the high school. I didn't answer it about who I was in high school, right? Who I was in high school was a young boy, a young, immature boy, very much influenced by the music he listened to, very much influenced by the movies he watched because of lack of attention from my parents, right? Uh, so that drove me into doing certain things that I don't think a 15-year-old boy should be doing. It made me feel like I needed to be around certain crowds that I don't think a 15-year-old boy should be around. And considering the fact that I lack that guidance from a strong male role model, it would, allow these influences around me to convince me into thinking that the decisions that I was making were appropriate. And
Me and you actually, this is how we connected the
that's how
first
we
time.
connected at the
Being around the wrong people, looking up to the wrong
looking
individual.
around, being loyal to the law, to a lost cause.
Yep.
Something that had no, which I mean, we just experienced it within the last 48 hours, like believing in something that wasn't there, but we were made to believe that it was there.
You
So
looked
you
up
were,
to these men like they were like solid, real, genuine people. And
Yeah.
you start seeing their character as you get older.
Yeah.
You start gaining experiences. You realize that these people aren't who they portraying to be.
Mhm.
And why am I looking up to people? I'm getting more respect than them just off of the strength of my character.
Mhm.
So why am I going to continue to mess with somebody that's not as solid as they pretending to be?
Yeah. And I say this too, Giovanni, about loyalty, for example, right? In a situation like that, like loyalty, us, right? People that come from these neighborhoods that we come from, these communities, right? The Latino and Black man, well, young man, boy, teenager. We associate loyalty with how willing I am to do some stupid shit with you, how willing I am to commit crime with you. But true loyalty, true friendship is, I'm not gonna do that shit with you, and you better not do it either, or I'm no longer your friend. That would be true loyalty. But unfortunately, I had to grow to realize that, right? I had to grow out of that immature way when I was in high school, and I said that to say this. Uh, I felt as far as the experience that I was supposed to gain, I started gaining it really late. But because I was already at an age, right, at a time in my life where I understood this is the direction I'm supposed to go, I went full throttle. So now you see me at the age of 30, and it seems as if, like when I showed you guys the rap video, like y'all were mind blown. Like this is Hector. It was like, yeah, that was me not too long ago. And it's because of that, because some men, they, and it's rare. I mean, some men 21, 22, 23, they're fucking way ahead of their time, not just financially, but also mentally, spiritually, right? There's things that their father or their grandfather, like in your case, taught them and instilled in them that put them in position to be the men that they were supposed to be very early, or men such as myself who were a little late. And then there's men that never grow up, men that are 42 years old, still stealing Skittles out of stores, things like that happen. And what I would tell myself at 15 would be, stop fucking listening to those fucking losers, or you're gonna be a loser. I think that I'm one of the people, like, I notice a lot about my personality. I'm one of the people that you really have to, like, reprimand me. A man has to really reprimand for me to get it. Like, even when I work out, like, the harder you are, the less you're willing to tolerate how tired I am, the harder I'll go. Right? I'm not the type who's like, yeah, you got it, man, you got it. Now you got to be like, come on, man, I know you ain't no motherfucking bitch, nigga. Give me another 100 push-ups.
Yo, y'all don't want to work out with this.
That makes me want to go harder, bro. Because in my head, I'm like, he's right. I'm not a bitch. He's right. I can do another 100. And even if I'm struggling doing that last 100, it's like, nah, I'm not a bitch. Like, that's the way that, so
you had a good point, because you were talking about how like just responding with violence, like that's the key to everything. Because in the hood, it's like you're raised to not be a victim. You don't, like, these men aren't being raised how to be men. And once you start getting older, you realize that these guys, they are responding with violence. They'll stand up for themselves, but they're not real men. They're pillow talking. They're talking behind their boy's back. They sleeping with their man's girl. or they a rat. You know what I'm saying? Or they telling on people.
Yeah.
So like your ability to be tough don't make you a real man. I know real men that really they wouldn't fight back. You know, so like violence is taught in the hood as it's like the most valuable thing. Like it's all about respect. It's all about violence. What you're willing to do.
Yeah, how willing you
Yeah.
are to
Yeah.
destroy the man that looks like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about image, and it's all out of fear because it's like, all right, so say you're comfortable, right? You're secure, you know you solid, you're not pussy, right? You stand on all 10 at all times, but someone comes up to you and starts calling you, all types of names, you a bitch and all that. If you're really secure and you know who you is, how's that gonna affect you? It's not. You just saying words. You got to prove that you're allowed to have your own opinion. Until you put your hands on me, then there's really no issue. But out of fear of what the next man might do, if he sees me allow that to happen, then he's gonna think he could do it to me. So I gotta respond with violence immediately, and it's gotta be approached with a more mature. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of bitch niggas out there. There's a lot of fake people out there. You can't be fighting left and right every single time, wasting all your energy. Well, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta know when to. When to apply pressure and when to just, walk away.
Here's the thing about disrespect, though. A lot of guys will disrespect you. A lot of people will disrespect you. Even women will disrespect you. And they're just trying to like shit test you. They're trying to push the envelope. Let me see what this person will let me get away with. And that was one of the things we dealt with in our previous situation. It was like, how far can I go? Right? Let me see if he says something, if I do this. And one of the things with me is I'll let you slide a few times, and then I'll bite your fucking head off, right? I'm not the guy to get aggressive right away. I'm going to feel you out. I'm going to see, oh, I know why. I see what he just did there. Oh, he tried to talk to me this way. Oh, he tried to do this. Oh, we had, we shook hands and he gave me his word he was going to do something and he didn't do it. I want to see what type of man you are. I'll say this, a lot of times that route may not work for most people. You should check it right away because if you let it go too far,
he's gonna think it's okay.
He's gonna think it's okay, and you gotta be a strong-minded person to let something slide maybe once or twice and still be able to go back to that person and fix the issue. Because a lot of guys, if you just keep letting, so it's like a bully. You keep letting them bully you, and you don't do nothing, they're gonna keep trying to bully you. But sometimes you gotta have that mentality of how to bully the bully. You gotta have that mentality. We did a podcast with Zerka. And there was a guy on the podcast that said something. He said, you look like the type of dude that got bullied when you was younger. And I would argue that, it was an insult, but I'm looking at dude like, I mean, some people that got bullied, it made him stronger. He was insulting it, but it's like, for me, when I was younger, I never got like physically bullied, but I was verbally bullied as a kid. But it taught me how to fight back against people that might be verbally bullying me.
I think in our era, everyone got verbally
bullied.
Even
now it's like
nothing
you got to worry about.
Even the popular kids got bullied.
You walk outside, you fake Jordans, right? Picked on, right?
Yeah, bro, your forces got creases.
Exactly.
Like, God damn, they're good. Them shit's talking. Like that was what I heard when I was little.
Same with me. But I think this younger generation doesn't get that as much, and it's kind of like they don't know how to talk shit back. Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna just fight you.
Yeah, and see, chat, we come from the era where shit was baggy as fuck. Like everything was baggy. Like if your shirt didn't pass your elbow, you were lame.
Yeah. If you had on tight pants, like you were.
If your shirt fit like me, you was playing for the other side. Your pants.
You had to fold the bottoms because they were so baggy.
High waters, like they be like, yo, Hector got on high waters, yo. Them his little brother.
I don't hear high waters at all anymore.
At all. It's
no
the
one
thing
ever says that shit.
If your ankle ain't showing, they're like, you lame.
I see people that wear dress pants, but it's shorts.
What the short shorts?
I'm not talking about I saw that. Yeah. There was an NBA player. It was like dress pants, but there were shorts.
Okay.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what are you wearing, bro? It's a whole new culture shock.
It is.
Yeah. I remember when skinny jeans came out.
Yeah, Dickies.
Skinny jeans came out and everybody, that shit. Like, I was like, yo, I'm not rocking with that. That they tried to go from super baggy to like this tight, like crazy skateboard skinny jeans. So I'm not talking about fitted jeans.
Dipset did it. Like
skinny jeans?
Not the skinny jeans. Dipset did the tight shirts and the baggy jeans.
Okay.
And then Lil Wayne came out with the skinny jeans because he saw the skateboarders do it.
Yeah.
So the first person I saw with skinny jeans was Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, everybody started wearing skinny.
I remember Jay-Z had a line, I can't wear skinny jeans because my knots don't fit.
And now the nigga got regular jeans.
Yeah. Now he wears skinny jeans.
And he knew he didn't have no knots. He had credit cards, bro. Like I don't think Jay-Z's had cash in years, bro. Like it is black cards. Where we at? What's a requirement women need to offer in this generation? Um
Are we
Modesty.
we're talking about traits?
Yeah, modesty, I would say. I think modesty is a big requirement, and not only for the attraction of, you know, your male counterparts, but I think just for the little girls that are looking to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of disgusting videos out there that show little girls dressing promiscuously and the mother allows it and the father is absent or too weak to say anything. So I think modesty is one of the most important ones. I mean, again, you guys got to understand men are visual. Men are very visual and there's a lot of fucking sick psychopaths out there, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So I
Mm-hmm.
would say modesty. What about you, gentlemen? What do you think?
Um, a requirement that a woman needs to offer this generation. I'm just gonna go like very basic. She just needs to be feminine. I think I would say this with for this generation. I think women need to understand the position that they're in. It is now a great time to be a woman and use that against men to sort of destroy them. You know, we've seen that happen where women can kind of control the situation, call the cops on you, right? You don't ever want to be around a woman who understands what feminism is now in this modern day generation and uses it to hurt you as a man. So I think that a requirement that a woman should have is just realizing the way the world is now, and yeah, not using that to destroy the man that she um, gets with or loves or marries in the future.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think I would say loyalty. I think loyalty is now a very much of a gray area. People don't see as black and white,
Mhm.
not in the sense of only cheating, but cheating in to a man is different from what I think women think it is. If you like another guy's post, that is cheating. That is but for women, that's a gray area. Well, I just liked his post. Like
She
that
said, "Take
doesn't
a
mean
shot."
anything.
Mm.
Um, Going and hanging around guys, going to the club, these things are seen as cheating, and women don't take it as serious. And I think that is unloyal to their man. I think also being unloyal to your man is out. If y'all are out in public and your man says something that you might disagree with, you go against your man. That is being very unloyal. You're
Yeah.
not being loyal to your man.
Mhm.
You're making your man look bad now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tie into that. So I think like just being receptive, like a receptive woman is a coachable woman. So I have a girl that I talked to. Actually just posted this recently. She was basically saying, there's things that you say that I don't always agree with. You know, it hurts my feelings sometimes. It's a hard truth, but I respect, I appreciate you always being honest with me. So the fact that she's able to, disagree with what I'm saying, but still respect it and also apply it if it's necessary, I think that's very important because you and your man aren't always going to agree on everything. And if you really want a man to lead, that means you have to follow. So he's going to want to run his program in a way that may conflict with the way you want to do things or the way you perceive reality, right? So the fact they're able to take that information, okay, I may not agree with it, but I trust him enough to follow him. So I think being a receptive woman is a major key.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good one.
Yes. Start prioritizing marriage.
Mm-hmm.
What should men do to shield themselves from the current inflation? What?
Infl-
Inflationary
inflationary pressures.
of the economy to succeed.
I'll say this: get multiple jobs. Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. If am I answering this correctly? They're asking
Yes,
with inflation, how can people make money?
Happen, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
So,
you're saying.
guys, I work like 4 jobs. All right, doing these shows, podcasts, whatever you want to call them. I'm a DJ. I DJ strip clubs here in Miami. I run an entertainment business where I hire DJs and send them out to different places. I work for a flooring company. I have like 4 or 5 jobs. So I'm not saying stretch yourself to 80 hours a week like me, but you're going to have some side hustles if you want to really, make it in today's society, especially here in Miami. It's super expensive. And unless you have some good skills, you're not going to really be able to make a lot of money. It's hard to make 100K a year, bro. Like I get it. Like once I hit that 100K threshold, I realized, hey, this shit is hard. Like and once you get to 200 or 300K, like myself, it's it's difficult. And I'm only able to do it because I have a bunch of side hustles. I have a bunch of businesses that I own. I don't know anybody that doesn't own a business that makes 200 or 300K,
I don't know, same.
unless you're like a doctor or heart surgeon. Like,
okay, besides that, like a doctor or a lawyer, those high earning jobs. But
yeah,
besides that, I haven't seen any.
yeah.
Like that
So
they
I
don't
would,
meet that throughout till they're about 40 years old because they're paying all
yeah,
those loans
exactly.
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just say, to sum it up, have like some side hustles and
Multiple sources of income.
multiple sources of income.
Don't splurge on
Yeah.
on women and liquor and drugs.
Yeah,
Definitely just lose your ego. Don't think you can only work one job and that's fine.
yeah,
Don't go, like Hector just said, don't go out and splurge. Yo, live very minimalistic until you get to that position where you can invest.
yeah,
And then you still have to keep grinding when you
yeah.
get there.
And don't try to like portray a lifestyle that you can't fucking afford.
Facts.
A lot of guys be trying to do shit that they can't really afford, hang around people they can't really keep up with, trying to go to VIPs and buy bottles, right? You know you ain't had that $600 for that bottle, bro. You know, or you knew you was gonna do that shit and you wasn't gonna pay the credit card, and now your credit's fucked up, right? I remember I did that. I remember one time I went out with my boys. I'm trying to impress them. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna max this card out. It was only like a $2,000 or $3,000 card at the time. Now my limits are way higher, but at the time I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We all out. We having fun. Fuck it. I'm gonna buy 3 bottles. And I remember doing like that was the dumbest shit you could ever do, because I literally, yeah, I'm gonna say I went broke, but like it fucked up my credit score. So a lot of guys, especially guys here in Miami, you guys want to try to act like you're ballers. You want to try to keep up with these guys that actually do it, and you end up going broke. And then you end up doing some scamming bullshit, and it's like it's just Miami will chew you up and spit you out. And unless you really know what you're doing here, you really understand how to hustle, and you make good connections with people, you won't make it.
Educate yourself, learn a valuable skill that you could use anywhere, anytime, and then network. Learn how to talk to people, communicate with people.
Yeah.
Once you have the skills and then you learn how to network, it's infinite possibilities from there.
And I'll give y'all some more game. If you're working a job where you're learning something, start a side hustle with that same job and experience you have, right? A lot of people don't think about that. Like, if I'm working this job where I'm learning these skills or selling this product or whatever it might be, well, shit, maybe now that I've built up all this knowledge about this product, I could sell this product myself. I could start an LLC, and maybe it's on a smaller scale than this business is doing, but maybe I can, get 3 clients, 5 clients, and sell what I'm selling for my day job, and eventually, sift out of that day job, or you know what I mean? It could be anything. A lot of people don't think about that. They have the skills. They have that slave mentality. Like, I got to go to my 9 to 5. Meanwhile, their 9 to 5 needs them. If they left and used those skills and applied that to, their own business, they would be prosperous.
Yeah.
That
safety net.
Right.
That I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of every 2 weeks. And really that advice applies the most to people who work with their hands. Electricians, painters, construction workers, landscapers, guys that are learning these trades, right? Like learning these skills, and they could apply them to like a side hustle like that.
Or start their own business like that.
Yeah.
Landscaping business.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, let us know you got any more questions. What were we arguing about before? Let's spice it up. There was something.
Let
Basil
Basil start that off because he wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, let's get to the.
Okay, so me and Hector, we had a disagreement.
Yeah, we don't have to always agree on everything, guys. I want to see what we disagree on. This is going to be good. I'm trying to pour up a drink. Can one of the ladies? Can I have a Tito's? And let me get the cran grape. Chat, if you want to pour up, if you have some alcohol, you are certainly welcome to.
Oh, you're
pour
about
up
to take a
us.
shot with Mr.
Yeah,
Steve.
let me.
Okay, so guys, while they're doing that, I'm going to explain the situation. We were talking about cheating, and we're talking about when men cheat specifically. So Hector was explaining, and I agree to everything Hector was saying. And if he wants to go back into that, he can. Then we got down to what happens if your girl finds out you cheated. Would you come out to her and just be honest, or would you lie about it? So if you want to explain.
So you got fellas, there's a lot of things that you gotta consider when you're about to make that decision. Because he gave an example like who's this girl, right?
Yeah.
Or what? No, what was it? What were you do? What are you doing?
Okay. Yeah. I first said, where were you at last night, or what did you do last night, and what was your response?
I was like, I went out.
Okay. What happened when you went out? What happened with the girl with the red dress?
Ain't nothing happened with it. We spoke, and that was it. We talked at the club. I brushed by her. I knew her from somewhere. That was it.
Y'all didn't do anything more.
Why? Do you think we did? Yeah. Do you think we did something?
I want to hear from your voice if you did something or not.
Well,
did you have sex with her?
Well, let me ask you a question. What about my behavior makes you think that I had sex with her?
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
I told you.
But
You
see,
gotta
but
get her
when
to doubt herself.
But see what he's. No, you could do it, but it's the same. He's leading you on into the answers.
Answering
And
a
then
question
after
with a
that-
question. That's what
exactly,
he's
Check
doing.
this
That's what
out,
he's gonna
Basil.
do.
And then after that, put the thing. Yeah, okay. And then after that, it's like, baby, stop. Come here, baby.
Yeah, right.
This
Right?
is this is manipulation. This
You
is
know I love you.
Bro,
Manipulation
bro,
101.
Baby, stop.
But the reason we're having this discussion, guys, is because Hector says you should just keep dodging it, right? And I wouldn't say per se lying to her, because you're not lying to her when you're doing
Deny
this.
it so you can
You're
no
just
longer deny it.
denying it until she could show the evidence, the solid evidence. I think if she brings up, yo, what happened with the girl with the red dress? I don't know if she has evidence or not, but I'm going to just be truthfully honest with her.
See,
Yo,
I'll play
From the
it this
get-go.
way.
yeah, just the get go, because she said, yo, she brought up the red dress. If she says, yo, what happened last night? Yo, I had fun. Right?
I'll
Cool.
play it
What the
this
fuck,
way.
Fanny?
Look, for the sake of the
Fanny trying to get me fucked
for
up.
the sake of the viewers, look,
Camera B. Here
right,
we go.
camera B.
Here it is.
Look, if a tree fell in the middle of the forest and neither one of my niggas was around to hear it, for all I know, that motherfucker is still standing. So why would I look at the glass as half full or half empty? I look at it like I was thirsty and just needed something to drink. So why would I squeeze my left nut with my right hand when another girl hand is closer? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I'm not
Okay.
gonna play into
So Hector,
Uh-huh.
what happened if she said, I heard that you fucked the girl with the red dress. Is this true? I just want the honest truth, Hector.
Who'd you hear that from? That's what a bit.
Who did you hear that
Yeah.
from?
So you would still go down that route?
I'm asking
Yeah.
questions. You
I-
asking me
okay,
questions.
okay,
I'm
okay.
asking you.
I
I need to
don't-
make sure. I
Hector,
be like,
respectfully, I don't want you to respond to me with another question. Can you just please answer my question?
look, I understand how you feel, and I respect how you feel. But I have to make sure that the source that you're getting these kinds of allegations from are credible. Otherwise, you're gonna wrap me up in a trap. I don't know what it is. Like for all I like.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. You gotta.
so,
You gotta.
So are you denying that happened?
I'm not denying or agreeing to anything.
But I want to
drunk,
know.
y'all.
But I want to know. I
What
want
do
to
you
know.
wanna
Are
know?
you agreeing or are
Look,
you denying?
I'm gonna tell
Did
you
you
what I
have
know.
sex with
I'm-
Cecilia, the girl in the red dress last night? Did you have sex with Cecilia, the girl in the red dress last night? Yes or no?
Did Cecilia tell you that I had
It
sex with
doesn't
her?
matter. I
does
want to know.
matter.
I'm asking you a question.
It does
It's a yes
matter.
or no. Why?
Huh?
It's a yes or no question, Hector. Did you have sex with Cecilia in the red dress last night?
Look, I'm not finna do this. It's late. Why are you?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about
Okay.
Cecilia? I don't even know. I don't even
Now,
like that.
Hector,
Bitch.
Now, Hector, what happened if she now pulls up fucking evidence? She said, yo, this is you. You fucked her. I have evidence. You don't think she'll lose respect that you did all that fucking runaround
I
with her?
never lied though.
You didn't.
I
but
didn't
you
never
no,
lie.
you didn't
Directly.
lie.
I never.
You
I
didn't
denied
lie,
it.
He
but
never
you tried to
directly said yes or
manipulate her.
no.
No.
Technically, him avoiding to answer is kind of denying it.
I'm-
No.
no.
He never lied. He never
Kinda
lied.
and actually doing
I'm
something
questioning.
not the
I'm
same.
questioning your questions.
No.
That's what it
I'm
is.
answering
So
your
I'm
question with a
wondering. I'm
question.
wondering why you're asking me these questions. Until you tell me the reason, I won't admit.
I
that's the
think
lie.
no. I think you're insulting. Hold on. You don't think a girl's gonna be like? I think you're insulting my intelligence.
That depends on how
You
you,
were
insult it.
you were just trying to sit here and manipulate me. Why are you trying to like?
But see, but that's what I'm saying. With a that's what I'm saying though.
What?
But see, after halfway through,
Mhm.
you was like, damn, like okay, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you
So
kept
you don't
digging
think you would have
deeper.
got that far?
Yeah, hell no, it would have never got that far. Yeah,
Okay.
it would have never got that far.
Hold
It
on.
would have been. It would have been like you know.
It was Hector's hologram.
Okay, so no, so Fanny, do you want to run like a scenario with Hector? Okay.
Fanny's gonna think she cheated on me after I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Hey, I saw you went out last night with the girl with the red dress.
First of all, how did you see you went out if we're living together? If we don't live
You're
together,
right,
don't.
let's
If
start.
we don't live together, you got no right to question me on anything.
Okay.
Let's keep it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, where were you last night?
What do you mean? Where was I last night? I told you I was going out with Steve.
What do you mean? You were at Gecko.
Yeah, with Steve.
No, you were with the girl with the red dress.
First of all, I don't even like geckos, so I don't even know what he's talking about.
What do you mean? The guy told me.
What guy told you?
The server, the one that we always go with.
Yeah, he probably wants to fuck you. That's why he's trying to get you, convinced that I'm over here
Okay,
doing
so you're
some
gonna
shit.
tell me that I didn't see your phone and you said at 7 p.m.
You
Question
didn't see
mark.
my phone.
I
And what?
saw your phone and you said at 7 p.m.
Let me ask you a question. When did you see my phone?
last night
Okay, what time?
when you were showering.
Okay, how? If my phone was with me when I was showering?
No, it was not. It was right next to the bed.
Okay, so what did the phone say?
It said at 7 p.m. question mark.
At 7 p.m. What?
A number texted you and it said 7 p.m. question mark.
Okay. A number texted me 7 p.m. question
Okay,
mark. What was that the time I was supposed to be at Gecko?
I'm guessing because you left at 6:30.
Okay, well, what did Steve say?
What do you mean? Steve's name is saved under your contacts and the number wasn't saved under your contacts.
Okay, did you ask him if I was going to be at Gecko?
Why would I ask Steve if there's a random number and Steve's name is saved under his name and your phone under your contacts?
Okay, what are you getting at?
I'm asking you a question. Where were you last night?
First of all, and let's stop there. You're not gonna talk to me or question me like that anyway, right?
Yeah,
So
yes,
you
I
gotta be-
will. If
you gotta
I'm a
be-
girl
you
and
gotta
I'm your
be-
man, yes, if
you
I'm a
gotta
woman,
be,
yes,
you gotta
I
be,
will.
you gotta be a bit more like you're not about to be questioning me like that. First of all, now 7 p.m. can mean anything. What makes you automatically think? Okay, well, what's the issue with someone asking me 7 p.m. question mark?
What do you mean? What's the issue?
Yeah.
Like if that means that there's a set time to be there at that time.
Okay.
It said 7 p.m. question mark.
Okay. What's your issue?
What do you mean? You came and you told me that you were leaving you were gonna go with Steve for dinner
Mm-hmm.
at 7, but I get a text. I saw your text on your phone that it said at 7 p.m. from a random number, and then I check your phone, and then Steve's number it's saved under your
Okay.
contacts, and that's not Steve's.
How do you
So
know?
who was that?
How do you know we weren't meeting somebody at 7 p.m.?
Because the server said that he saw you at Gecko with the girl with the red dress. So who was the
See?
girl?
Men are liars.
Got
A lot of men are liars.
Did I really lie to her and not
A
tell
lot of men
her?
are liars.
Got
A
it.
lot of men are liars. First of all, one
But is he lying?
Huh?
But is this certain guy lying?
is
But is this server lying?
Hey, there's men there.
is
There's
this
women
server
there.
lying? No.
Did you see me? Did you? So then I'd ask you this. So you're telling me that the server said he saw me with a girl. Okay, what was I doing with this girl?
I don't know. That's what I want you to tell me.
You want me to tell you what I was? What did the server tell you?
He told me that you were with the girl with the red dress
Uh-huh.
at 7 p.m.
Okay, call Steve and ask him where I was.
You know, Steve is not going to tell me. He's going to back you up. He's your friend. He's
How
going
do
to
you
say that
know?
he was.
Steve
He's your
isn't a liar.
friend.
Okay, he's gonna back me up. Would you consider the server my friend?
No,
So why would he back me up?
because that's our spot. We would go there all the time. So if he's telling me that, it's because he definitely saw you with the girl.
Okay, what do I always tell you about manhood?
I don't know. What do you say?
What do I always tell you?
I don't know. What do you say?
Okay, when men respect other men, they don't go around spreading gossip. When a man goes to a woman and spreads some sort of gossip like this that you're bringing to me, it's because he wants to have sex with you. I guarantee you that server wants to have sex with you.
What do you mean? You clap him up
Why
every
do you
time
have-
you go to dinner?
Why do you have the server's number?
Because he's the one that always takes her table.
Oh,
So-
but why do you have his number?
Because
How do
he's
I
the
know
one-
that you? How do I know that you don't
He's-
talk to the server when I'm not around?
I mean, what do you
How
mean?
do I
You
know
have
that
access
you
to
didn't
my
go to
phone
the server?
24/7.
Get out my house. Why do you got the server's number? Why do you have the server's number? Why do you have the? Why do you have the
Nah,
server's
man,
number?
you fucked up. Why do you have the no? Why do you have the waiter's number?
Yeah, facts. You
Why do
see?
you have the server's number?
Red flag.
No.
No.
Yo, and
That's
look, and this
you'll
ties
have
back to
the
the
re-
question I
you'll have the
answered
restaurant's
about the
number.
loyalty.
About
They
the
don't
loyalty.
understand.
You have the restaurant's number.
Yeah,
They-
Fanny, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't win with me like
Fanny,
that.
You fucked up,
You
Fanny.
can't win with me like that. Basil, you were getting somewhere.
Yeah.
But halfway it was just
It's you stumped me on that one thing, and
Yeah.
it would stump any girl.
the thing
course.
is, they never have a. Y'all don't. But the women don't ever have 100% accuracy that you fucked this
Yeah.
girl. All they can say is that you were with this girl, and they don't even know that half the time.
But hold on, but why were you with that girl? For what reasoning?
I'm saying he could.
What did you say? What would y'all say if
If she was like, "Why were you with that girl?"
yeah,
that
she
one
had
day?
and she had proof. Let's say it was
Yeah, somebody sent her.
not even she sends, bro. Maybe look, Miami's small. Like
was I
someone
hand,
who
was I
on
holding
story.
her hand? Was I holding
Yeah,
her
like-
hand? Did I have her in my
Y'all were
arm?
1-on-1 in a date in a little booth.
Oh, okay. See,
One-on-one, and you said in
now
a
if she
booth?
showed me a video of
Yeah, like
me,
it was just like a quick thing.
oh yeah.
Someone's recording something else, and you somehow got caught in that bitch.
Oh, then I'd be like, okay, look, I took out, but I didn't fuck.
I
I ain't fuck her.
Wait, no, wait. But as a female,
She thought I was lame and I ain't fuck. And you know what? What a girl would probably say.
But as a female,
who's with me?
I would
She'd
even
probably
be
be like,
pissed.
she'll probably be like, I know you fucked her.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
as a girl, I would be pissed because I would be like, "How are you taking a girl out on a date while I'm at home with the kids, and then you're telling me that you didn't even fuck? That means that you're spending money on somebody that you're not even getting nothing out of. So what the fuck are you doing out on a date with somebody and
Man,
spending
you,
money
you
on
know
someone?
I fucked her, man. Stop fucking. You know I fucked that stupid ass bitch. You know I fucked that stupid bitch. I probably get mad. Okay, yeah, I fucked that stupid bitch. So what? I'm here. Yeah, I fucked that stupid ass bitch, and I blocked her, and I'm never gonna talk to her. And I'm never-
And no, but so we understand this now.
No, I don't. Look, I don't advocate for infidelity.
This is gonna get clipped.
This is a hypothetical situation. Like,
Okay,
I'm not going
explain. Go back and explain before they get because they might
Yeah.
clip that shit and then be like,
Okay.
"Oh, Hector's okay with cheating."
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
you
that.
guys. So for the record, right? No, I don't think you should be cheating on your woman, right? I don't think that you should be cheating on your man. I always say, like, I don't condone infidelity in a relationship. I think that you need to do everything in your power, to not allow the flesh to tempt you, because the flesh is very dangerous. And trust me, I know. I know there's a lot of beautiful women everywhere, but I think a man's true power comes from his ability to say no to the temptations of the world. So don't think that because I'm over here saying, this shit, we're just kicking shit, having fun. So yeah, no, I don't advise cheating, man.
Okay, and Giovanni, would you think that most women, if they did again come up with solid evidence in the end, and he had to admit it, do you think they would lose any sense of respect for him?
Yeah, I think they would. Yeah, because then you're just trying to play off her emotions, emotionally manipulate her, get her to second guess herself, because she doesn't. Again, you're trying to put her in a position where she doesn't want to come off wrong, because then it makes her.
Hey,
like,
baby, look, hey, you're manipulating her, she's manipulating you, baby boy.
But does that make it right?
It's all about leverage.
It's the world. That's the world we live in.
Does it make it right?
Hey, it doesn't make it right, but at the end of the day, with certain situations, like, you got to understand, like, bro, it's a relationship will never be like this. It's always someone has to be up here with it, right? Like, it can never be like this. And I advise men, it needs to be you. Like, I'm not, again, if you're not cheating, you have nothing to worry about in this situation, right? If you know for a fact you're not cheating and you're not being unfaithful to your wife or your woman, you don't have to worry about having these conversations. Because again, there's a way that you do certain things. However, if you're doing these things, you got to play the fucking game the right way. Like, you can't fucking be out here like
cheat correctly.
Yeah, like, if you don't cheat, but if you're gonna cheat, at least do it the right way, motherfucker. Like, it's like when you wear gloves to go kill somebody, you're gonna go fucking unalive someone. At least wear fucking gloves, you stupid motherfucker. Like, you're gonna just go with a submachine gun and just shoot everything, nigga. Get the nigga you tried to kill, gloves, and get out of there.
To counter your question, Basil, though, it's just, does he care enough about that girl's respect? Because if he doesn't, then yeah, he just deny it, and he doesn't care if she catches him in the end, because he doesn't care about losing that respect in the first place.
I don't think it's about respect. I don't think it's about losing her respect. It's about keeping her comfortable.
But that's your wife. That's your wife.
Exactly. So
hold on. But hold on. You should care about the respect, because she's gonna lose respect for you as her husband, as the father of her children.
I think that she'll lose more respect if you just sit there and be like, yeah, fuck that stupid ass bitch. So what? Like, I think you need to think about it, bro. Like, first of all, like, when you're in a marriage, you vow to never be unfaithful. Let's keep it real. You vowed to never be unfaithful. Now you're a liar. Now you're a fucking liar. So you're a liar. You told me you'd never cheat on me, and now you're a liar. It's like I'm not gonna number one, don't put yourself in a situation where you have to be in a situation like that. But number two, if you do, again, play the game the right way. You know, there's no reason why she should even be questioning you about a woman. Like, that's messy shit. That at that point you're being messy. At that point you got no business cheating in the first place. Like, she shouldn't even have an idea.
You should be secure.
It shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be any. How? Why the fuck would I take the woman that I'm fucking behind my wife's back to the restaurant I go to with my wife with? Like, you guys are. You guys are putting like these crazy scenarios that, you know, only niggas who don't know how to do. You know, like you go to a whole nother. Bro, if I'm
going to a new town,
you feel what I'm saying? If I'm here in let's say I live in Miami, but let's say I'm in Miami. My woman, my wife, I got everything here in Miami. I'm gonna go to Tampa, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go boom somewhere else where nobody knows her. I'm not gonna DM bitches. Like, everything is like, you know, you can only text me during these times. After this time, you better not text me. You better not say hey, hi, nothing. Like, I think that's respect. I think a wife will respect is like, damn, you know what? He did do it, but at least he did everything to not for me. I had to search for him to catch me, for me to catch him.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'll say this.
You can't be messy with it.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say a lot of guys, when they cheat, like she said, you shouldn't be taking them to the same restaurant that you took your girlfriend or your wife.
Crazy, bro.
I think that, you know, I work at a strip club, guys, and, you know, guys are there. I'm sure a lot of them are married or have, you know, girlfriends or whatever it is. You go in a room, you come out, right? There's no way she would even know. But the guy, it's messy. It's messy when you're taking the girl out. Like, what is it about? Is it about the experience of dating a girl? Because if it's just about sex, then just bang a chick at a strip club and be done with it. Or I don't know.
The thing, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I always wonder
what bitch in the car and kick it to the fucking curb and bounce. Like, I'm not gonna see who I'm gonna go on a date with her.
Right.
And it's like, I'm not finna do all that. Like, if it's just about sex, it's like, fuck her at her house. Right. Let her know her place, and that's it. Right. You know, I'm not about to take her out on a date. I'm not about to go to the places I go with my wife with. I'm not gonna. First of all, that's disrespectful. The fact that I took her to the same place. If I take my wife to a 4-star restaurant, I'm taking this bitch to Applebee's, and we're only getting appetizers. And you better not order a drink, bitch. We're getting sodas.
Only water.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to the movies. You know what I'm saying?
No, bring her to the same restaurant is like bringing her into your house.
It's like bringing, because these are our places.
Correct.
These are the places we go to. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's a thing. It's a whole game that you have to. If you're gonna play that game, there's a way to play it, just like anything in life. You know.
Yeah.
Well, let's say Hector's logic: be sneaky as fuck, and it never happened. No. And that's. That's Kate. No,
he was about to respond to Kate.
That's the way. Listen, and I know my players that are in the chat will understand this. That's the way a woman would explain it. This is what it is. If she didn't see it, it didn't happen. If she's not with you, it's none of her business. Right. That's what it is, you guys. Like, you know, and again, I gotta make it clear.
For every type of man.
Yeah, no face, no case. And no, it doesn't apply to every kind of man. It's a very specific man that can do this type of, you know,
what type of man?
Deed. The type of man that can do this is someone who understands the game, who understands how to play it, right? Who understands the respect, the true loyalty for his wife, who's not going to take the side piece to the same restaurants that he takes his wife to, who's not going to bring the side piece to the house while the wife is at her mother's house. You know, like, those are, to me, that's disloyal, that's dishonorable, that's lying, that's disrespect, you know?
But this is why I tell guys, just like, if you're gonna do this shit, man, just do it at a strip club, travel, go to fucking some other country. Like, you don't have to be messy, bro. If you're doing it in the same area that you're in, you're liable to get caught, right? I know a lot of guys that travel, right? Part of this channel is about traveling. They may go get their shit off maybe just for 1 week of the whole year. and they come back and it's done, right?
And
It's like,
never.
yeah, like it's like there's not gonna be a girl that I'm gonna be fucking with in the same area that my girl or my wife would be in.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. It's like setting yourself up for failure. If you look, I agree with what you're saying. What she doesn't know won't hurt her, but at the end of the day, if a woman cheats, that guy can take her away from me.
If she
I
cheats,
cheat,
she lost all admiration and
Right,
respect for you.
right.
Versus when a man cheats,
Right.
the nigga was just horny
right.
and wanted to fuck her.
But also there's a chance that I lose her. She's not gonna
That-
lose
yeah,
me
exactly,
to the hoe,
exactly.
right? Like in most cases, again, there are some stupid guys out there that'll leave their wife for a stripper or some dumb shit.
Yeah,
But for the
baby,
most part,
yeah, right. It's like she the whole gave him head from the side, and like he just like I'm in love with her. I love her.
Giovanni, you gonna say something?
Nah, he's saying like he's not advocating for people to play the game. He's saying if you play the game, this is the best way to play it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like
Yeah.
like
Achieve the best
don't,
results. Yeah.
Don't play it, motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
be loyal to you, be faithful to your
It's a
wife.
difficult game to play.
You know, but if you're gonna do it, fair warning. There's fucking rules to follow, just like anything. You know. Let's bring some super chats.
Adam
up.
said bringing your wife leftover food from your date with your side chick. No,
That's
it would be
wild.
no, but it would be the inverse.
That's wild though, bro. Like
bringing your side chick
yeah, like
food
nah,
from the date with your
you
wife.
can't do
like
that,
you don't
bro.
bring
Like,
the like,
nah, you
That's
can't do
mad
that.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
But like, don't you guys feel disgusting when you guys go to the strip club and fuck?
no, not me. I'm not disgusted by it.
No.
Look, I'm gonna be completely transparent, guys. All right, I
don't
work
know.
at strip clubs.
I
like, I
wouldn't.
don't give a shit.
I wouldn't fuck a girl at a strip club.
I'm not-
I wouldn't pay a girl to fuck. Period.
I'm not a fan of
Well,
this.
again,
We
I
always
haven't been to
pay.
Columbia. I haven't been to Columbia yet. Well, no,
We
that's
always
different.
pay.
Steve, that's different.
Okay, hold on. Can we agree though that
I
guys
would-
always pay to have sex?
In some
In,
way,
in
shape,
some
or
type
form,
of way,
yeah.
but I would rather kind of like use my game.
Does that
like,
make everyone?
you're like it's a difference between like using a $10 PSN card and a $100 PSN card. To
I don't
upgrade
understand
your
that.
Steve,
suitcase.
so you probably think
analogy.
prostitution should be legal then, huh?
We talked about this the other day on one of our
Did you?
streams. Yeah, I think
I
that
think
prostitution should be legal.
It should. It should.
Yeah. In
I
regards
mean-
to that question, bro, you said men always pay for sex, right?
In one way, shape, or
In
form.
one way, shape, or
we-
form,
we-
I agree.
we do pay for
but
sex.
that's because of the role that men play. That's because of the role that we have.
Mhm.
However, and there's times where low key she kind of depending on kind of dude you are, you catch yourself riding her whip, like
Mhm.
I don't know, bro. I agree with what the guy said one day. Like sometimes game is all you have.
Mhm.
Sometimes you find yourself in situations where you're down bad, bro. You're
Mhm.
down bad on your dick, and game is all you have. And you're so witty with it that a woman just fucks with you, and she fucks with you, right?
Mhm.
I've been in situations where I'm riding around, and the girl who I'm with fucking I'm fucking her. I'm riding around in her whip
Mhm.
to go pick up another bitch, bro. Like sometimes real
Whoa.
shit, bro. That was the kind of guy I was. Like, now I don't do that. I don't advocate for that. But sometimes like sometimes you're just that smooth with it, bro. Like I'm like, I'm running around, I'm riding around in her whip.
Like you, though.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Right,
I'm riding around, I'm shit, I drop her off. I'm gonna drop you off, baby. Yeah, don't worry, I'll pick you up later. Then you go pick up the other shorty and do what you do, and boom, you riding around. I mean,
And then you leave
That-
her when a better girl come on, right?
yeah, and then I mean, and it's never been ugly women, I mean, shorty was beautiful.
Mhm.
It's just it's sometimes game is all you have, bro. Like you're down bad, G.
Mhm.
Now don't do that, don't do that. I don't advocate for that either. I'm just saying that there's situations like that, but typically, yes, the man always has to pay. Always, like you always have to be the one who's ready to provide, ready to offer that security. What's that say? Question: if your girl gave you an ultimate hall pass and all she asked for in return was a weekend trip with another man once every year, no, that's not
Haram.
happening.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not
And
even
I'm
gonna
not
respond
even
to that
gonna finish
question.
reading it.
Yeah.
Next question, John Wick.
Fuck.
Next question.
No.
Type of shit.
Steve, are you doing any traveling overseas soon?
Yeah, I just got back from Brazil. I got a lot of people on Intuition waiting for that video, so I will be putting that up very, very soon. Carnival is it called Carnival? Yeah, Carnival is coming
Carnival.
up in
Bahamas?
what'd you say?
It's the Bahamas.
It happens in different countries. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
well, there's the
Probably
Brazilian.
Trinidad. There's
Yeah, there's a Brazilian
Brazil.
Carnival. There's one in Colombia coming up, but the one in Brazil is the most lit. So, yeah, I plan on going to Carnival in I think it's January or February in Brazil.
Shit,
So
that
that's gonna
sounds
be
actually
lit.
lit,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna have some footage from that. It'll be super dope. But yeah, I want to go back to Brazil again. It's about a 9 hour flight, so it is a little bit.
Layovers.
Yeah, it's a long ass fucking
How do you
flight,
get a
but
passport, bro?
yeah, you gotta
Do
get a
they have a
passport.
one way?
A one way to
Yeah,
Brazil.
it might be expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my boy, uh, International, I think he's in the chat. He's in Brazil right now. We've been doing a lot of content on the channel about Brazil, so he's actually going to be working with us when he comes back and
Go to
posting the
Zorro
content.
3 World Style.
Zorro, pull it up. There we go.
You're stupid. That's the answer.
What if you've taken a stripper out already a few times and y'all something now?
You're fucking stupid. Why are you dating a stripper?
Yeah.
Why are you taking her seriously?
Would you date a girl that used to be a stripper?
No. Go
That's
to the
the
next
stupid-
question.
No, I would
Ever.
not date a girl that
I,
used to be a
uh,
stripper.
I've done something like that, but it's stupid,
I don't
That's
give a
even another
fuck.
no.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
bro.
That's two no's.
I've done that, so I'm telling y'all, it's stupid as fuck. Do not do that shit.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's stupid as fuck.
It's I mean,
Like,
a lot of guys are super weak minded. A lot of strippers here in Miami are super bad. Girls from okay, what's up, Al? Shout out to Al, man. Drop a bomb for
A
Al.
lot of
What's
men
up, brother?
just think with their dick, bro. They're
Yeah.
just thinking with their dick, and they're not
Yeah.
thinking about it logically. I saw another question too. It said Q something.
Q.
If sex is an important component for a man to decide if he wants a relationship, how can a man detach emotion from sex when he's cheating? Another woman is with another woman and is sure the side girl won't catch feelings. What? If sex is an important component for a man to decide if he wants a relationship, how can a man
Well,
detach emotion from sex when he's cheating? Sex is not an important component for a man to who's
Yeah, that's
telling-
why I was about to tell you to stop at the relationship.
Who's telling you this shit, Brunette? What is Brunette? Who is this? You guys know her because you get
She's
what's
like
her name? Jess. Who is telling you this shit?
like? Yeah,
Is
where
it your
she get
single
this shit
friends? Who is telling you this dumb shit?
from? She's saying
No.
off the ball, like
You're,
off the
you're
wall
saying
shit.
that no, men do not. Sex is not an important component for a man to decide if he wants to be in a relationship. But no, you're not gonna tell us we're gonna address everything one by one. Number one, sex is not an important component for a man to decide if he wants to be in a relationship. There's other prerequisites. Most of those prerequisites are 100% in your control, and the majority of women don't exercise those prerequisites, and they only rely on sex to attain the relationship. A man doesn't typically get attached to the person he's having sex with versus a woman does. A woman has to already have some sort of emotion, admiration, or respect for the man before she even has sex with him. Are there women who just have casual sex? Yes, but for the most part, women have to have some sort of love, admiration, or respect for a man versus men will just have sex just to have sex. So the side girl might catch feelings. However, the man typically won't. Are there fucking weak men out there who catch feelings for the side chick? Yes. Right? But no, sex is not an important component. I think sex is an important component of keeping the relationship young after you guys are already married and you guys are together. Yes, I mean, at the end of the day, you're with your wife or your husband, like you guys want to have sex. You guys are going to have sex. You guys are going to have to do everything, especially with you come with the, obstacles of life, whatever, work, kids, family. So you guys are going to have to make that time for yourself because there's mental intimacy, emotional intimacy, and then there's physical intimacy. And you guys are going to have to also do everything in your power to prioritize all three. Who is telling you this shit? These are the kind of girls, these are the kind of girls. What's her name? Lisa? Jesse? Jesse, you're the kind of woman. Well, whatever. You're giving me the impression that you're the kind of girl that will say all men are this way because you heard something. Separate yourself from whatever women you're around that's telling you this misinformation. This is not accurate.
Yeah, women don't really give a shit what guys think. This is what this.
Yeah.
It's like we tell you, ladies, that we're not emotionally attached to women, and then it's like it goes through one ear and out the other when we tell them. So I don't think they're ever really gonna understand it because they get emotional when they have sex with guys, so they can't fathom or understand how a guy could. I'm telling y'all, we
And
can
that's why
fuck.
you don't tell a woman, hey, look,
Right.
I'm gonna cheat on you
Yeah,
as
this
long
is
as
why.
we're in a relationship.
Right.
No, it's like,
Yeah.
don't
Right.
cheat on her. But if you do, follow the fucking rules.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Why?
That's
Why?
a great question too for David Jones. If your
Well,
woman
no,
catches
before
you
we
cheating,
go there, yo, I don't think Jess is a virgin, bro. Like, her questions aren't coming off as like a girl that would be a virgin. If she's saying, "Oh, these guys, this guy's that," like, I'm surrounded by the guys that think like this, then how the fuck can she be a virgin? She's around guys that have a poor mentality, and it sounds like just want to fuck her.
yeah,
There's no way you're a virgin because you wouldn't even put yourself in that position.
yeah. Plus, yo, men know when a woman is there's a way that virgins like are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell. And you can tell. There's a way that they sit. There's a way that, there's a sense of innocence to them.
Right.
That men know. If your woman catches you cheating on her, what would you do to convince her to not only forgive you but also to stay with you? Then I would own up to it. If she catches me, look, yes, I was fucking her. But I don't love her. I don't love her. I love you. And I'll never do it again. That's when you would have to fess up to it straight up. That's when
Wait,
it's like,
you
yo,
would say
let
you
me
would
be.
never do it again?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I won't.
Okay, wait, but then that would be lying to her.
Not if I really don't.
No. What happened if you actually you do it again?
I wouldn't. I mean, again, bro, I would do everything in my power not to do it again. But
it is lying. Then it doesn't matter if it is.
Try.
If you say I promise you I will never do it again.
I think the majority of women are more focused on whether or not you're fucking the same woman.
No, that's fine. But
yeah, I think that it's like, she's unimportant.
But if you promise not to do it again, and then
I would have to
that's
do
lying.
Sure, yes, at that point it would be lying. I agree 100%. But I would do everything in my power not to do it again. I would do everything in my power to keep my word.
If that same situation happened again, be like, okay, well, this happened this last time, so let me dodge it.
Yeah, because we talked about change behavior before.
And exactly,
you can't say you're sorry and then exhibit
exactly,
and you apologize.
Exactly.
Well, there's also a mind game that you can play in that situation, because at the time you told her you wouldn't do it again, you truly believed that you wouldn't do it again, right?
This is the thing though with that, bro. That only works with women,
right?
Like, as far as only women are allowed to do that,
right?
Because men were logical. A woman, it lives her life on emotion. So a woman might say, yeah, I'd love to go out with you on Monday. Friday comes and it's fucking raining, and it's like, oh, it's raining. It's like, well, what the fuck does the rain have to do, bitch? We're gonna be inside. It's because it's raining, or I stubbed my toe this morning, so I don't really feel like going. Like, they'll change via their emotions. So a woman can get away with that. Like, hey, well, at the time I wanted to go out with you, but I fucking whatever. I fell in the shower, or the shampoo fell on the floor, and I don't want to go anymore. Like, women, but versus us men, our word is everything. Like, our word will be
not all,
man. Right. Well, no, but what I'm trying to say is, a woman sometimes will think this is what he was planning all along. I get married with Fanny, right? God forbid. me and Fanny get married. Fanny and I somehow fucking get married, right?
That's funny.
We
Steve, you bet not. Bro, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I'd have to have a sit down with you, bro.
So when we make our vows, we truly and utterly say, yo, I'm, through sickness and health and blah, 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 I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm going to be faithful. Like, what I'm saying is, I was honest at that point.
Yeah, you meant it.
Right. Yeah, and so a lot of women think he thought, like, he's been planning this all along. Like, they think it's some sort of plot that we were going to cheat on them. They think back to the marriage, like, but you told me. It's like, no, at the time,
yeah, I really wanted to be this, but then damn, yo, she just looks so good, and we just I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that a lot of women, they're like, they get pissed, and it's just like, I actually wasn't planning on cheating you. This bitch was just bad, and we just,
but it's because
fell into the pussy.
Yeah, somehow, it's because of it's because of the difference in the biological.
Sorry,
it is the biological hardwiring, bro. To us, it can be meaningless,
right?
Versus to a woman, like, it's never meaningless.
But that's why we lie, though, because women will never, they'll never understand. Like, it's like, so that's why guys are just like, well, then I'm just gonna lie, because what would be the point of me telling you the truth that I'm cheating on you if you're never gonna understand why?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. Sexual discipline, you guys. Next one. If you spoke to if you spoke to other women throughout your whole relationship but still stayed with the girl where you're comfortable, or did you love her? Hector, you co-parent?
Okay.
Oh,
Co-parent.
you co-parent
Can
or
you
live with
read
your
that the
wife?
first question again? I didn't understand that.
Yeah, if you spoke to other women throughout your whole relationship
Okay.
but still stayed with the girl where you were comfortable, or did you love her? Okay.
So you spoke, but you didn't have sex. You just had a person you were speaking to,
Yeah.
and they're asking, "Did you still love her?"
Did I love who?
Yeah. I think they're trying to say if you speak to other women, like, but don't have sex with them, are you cheating? Like, do you still love your wife? Like, you don't. You have some girl that you're speaking with. Yeah,
But see, it's different though. Like
yeah.
the entertaining thing, it's different with men and with women, because like men have to actually work to have sex with a woman versus a woman can just have sex
Correct.
with men. There's no
So we actually probably have to take the girl out on a
Yeah,
date and do
yeah.
something, unless we're going to go to a strip club or get a
or
prostitute or
get a
something. Like.
which
But
hey,
yeah,
don't go
that's
get
I'm
a
not doing that
prostitute,
shit.
yeah.
So realistically, I do need to take a girl out on a date or a dinner or something, maybe the movies. So we have to entertain them. But for a girl, you shouldn't talk to a nigga at all. So but for the girl, you just have to go outside and find a nigga you like. Yo, I'm trying to fuck. So I don't really understand that. What were you trying to say? And then I don't know if you want to respond to that second question.
Well,
or
I
not.
don't really get into my personal life, you guys.
Yeah,
But
let's
thanks
give
for
it-
asking.
Next question.
What do y'all stand for?
Let me see if this is rile. If this will rile Hector up to. I'm not riled up, Jesse. You just, I think she said earlier, she said something, right? I got Hector mad. I think she said. I don't know if I missed that one. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at like your lack of intellect. It just, I don't know who you're surrounding yourself around. Do you think that if
Corn.
corn?
Cornhub.
Oh, corn.
Cornhub.
Wow. I was like, what is that, bro? I didn't know what that was. I was just gonna say emoji. Do you think if corn, okay, corn hub, disappeared right now from the face of the earth, there wouldn't be temptation to step out of that's such a stupid question,
Yeah.
Jesse. Like now I am riled up. There's always been temptation. Like it has nothing to do with corn, right? I think that corn is just opened up the, because a lot of guys who watch that shit can't even get women,
Right.
so it doesn't make sense. Temptation has always been there. I mean, the Bible is thousands of years old, and it says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." There was obviously temptation there to commit adultery. Next one.
Anybody? Oh, we got more. Here we go.
Mentuition question for the men. If you had a family and your wife only wants to have sex twice a month, divorce or stay together for the family?
Oh shit, you're a Messi? Damn, bro. That was like a loyal sub. That's
yeah.
old.
Go back to it. Why did you switch it?
You're Messi. Welcome back, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Why would you divorce her just because she's only having sex with you twice a month? Like that's a conversation away. Like what is it about you that got her not wanting to have sex with you? Like you
Giovanni.
Yeah, it would be a discussion on like why she's hesitant to only do it like 2 times a month.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. I mean, there's something's going on in the relationship with you two. A discussion needs to be had, but it's not something you should just leave automatically.
Yeah.
Is this indefinitely? How long is this going to last? Can we talk about it and change it? If you're saying indefinitely, yes, it would be a problem for me.
Yeah, if you guys are having,
I wouldn't allow that. Yeah, I wouldn't allow that.
What do you guys think the problem would be as a female?
You're fucking fat. You don't have no game. You're not funny anymore. You're not charismatic. You don't say the sweet nothings you used to do. You don't surprise her with flowers and poetry like you did when you was young.
You're
I
not
don't
showing
know.
any
It's a lot of shit. Yeah,
dominant
like I think that men.
You're not paying the bills anymore.
Yeah, like there's a lot of shit. Like I think that men, you need to stay on your P's and Q's. Like you got to do every single thing that you did to attract her in the first place to continue to have her attracted to you.
Yeah.
Everything, bro. Like I think a man, once he gets married, he needs to be on extra go mode. Like, yo, this is my wife. I have her. Let me show her how great of a man she married, so my children can see what great of a father, I am. I think it's, again, do women leverage sex, and do they use it as a weapon? Yes, but it's men who allow them to use it as a weapon. And then on top of that, a lot of men deserve sex to be used as a weapon against them. I mean, what made you so weak? What characteristics did you display in order for her to think that she could leverage sex with you? I'm only gonna have sex with you twice a month. You out your motherfucking mind, bitch. Well, no, it's sex twice a month, like, but what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gaining weight? Am I losing money? Am I not paying the bills? Am I not dedicating time to you? Like, all of that matters, all of that matters.
This is the first part to that.
Intuition question for the men: what were the major takeaways from the Destiny talk? Did you feel properly prepared? Him being a homosexual really seemed to throw you guys off. LOL.
Um,
Um.
well, let's do one at
Yeah.
a time.
Let's do the
one at a
first
time,
part, and then we'll
go to that one.
respond to
Thank
that
you,
one.
Fanny.
Yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah.
Or,
Well, I'll start off with
Yeah.
it. My major takeaway from the Destiny stream was that I think I said this before. I wanted the Destiny stream to be a open discussion. I think a lot of people came in thinking it was going to be a debate.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like we go around and we ask questions, and I knew Destiny was going to disagree with most of our questions anyway, and we were end up not necessarily having a debate, but a disagreement. We are going to be actually. I have Destiny hit me up. Actually, as we were doing this, guys, we are going to be doing another stream with Destiny very soon, and he'll either be in the studio or we may do something. I think we're going to do a live debate on his channel and our channel, and we'll kind of do a what do they call it, StreamYard, like we're doing now, but it'll be like a dual box. Destiny will be there, Alex will be there, and then we'll be there. It'll be like a triple box. And then we'll have Destiny back maybe up here in the studio up here.
Yeah,
after that.
I think we should have him come
but-
back if that's possible for
But
them.
yeah, as far as did you feel properly prepared? Well, we had Destiny, Alex, and we had Jasmine. And, I did my research on Jasmine. She's a very opinionated OnlyFans lawyer girl. She's very witty. To be honest, I don't think we were completely prepared, but it wasn't a debate. So,
Yeah.
I think that it was a great discussion. There was a couple people in the comments that got it. They're like, guys, this isn't really a debate, but a lot of Destiny's fans were like expecting it to be like a,
I feel like it was just like a welcoming, like it just having a conversation and then talking.
Yeah, we really just wanted to not necessarily interview him, but just kind of. I think he enjoyed it. At the end of the stream, he was cool. He was shaking everybody's hand. He dipped out, but he really enjoyed the game we played. You can't be that stupid. I thought we would have had
a great game. No, it's a great game.
Yeah, we would have had a great clip if a yard is 20 feet wide and 50 feet long. How many square feet is yard? If he'd have got that wrong, we'd have had a fucking funny ass clip that we could have clipped of him. But well, hold on. I want to see if does anyone else want to speak on the Destiny.
Yeah,
were we prepared?
Again, as far as prepared, I think preparation would be if our intentions were to have a debate with them. Like, hey, look, this is going to be the topic. Let's debate back and forth as to why I'm right and why you're wrong, or why you're right and why I'm wrong. We came in with the intentions of just having a conversation based on certain topics. What's your perspective? What's my perspective? In regards to the homosexual stuff, did it catch me off guard? Low key, I didn't know he was gay. I didn't know he was gay. Nah, just moved. I didn't know. But hey, I mean, like 90% of the fucking world. Buzz Lightyear's commander in chief is gay.
Is gay, yeah. They're making everybody
Dr.
gay.
Ratburn from Arthur is gay. I don't fucking know.
Nah, when the chat said, "Oh, yo, he's bi," I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
I knew. I knew that.
I didn't know that.
I actually
bro.
knew
I
that.
didn't. Well, and he's not fucking bi. He's gay, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, no, I've never heard. I mean, I've seen him on other shows, but I've never, I didn't know. I was just like, it's the blue-haired guy who, talks about these things. I didn't know.
Yeah,
because we didn't do research to come in and start bashing the guy.
And that's what I don't think that a lot of people understood because of the name of the video. But it's like we didn't come with intentions of debating. We knew that he was a popular YouTuber, and we were just glad that they came on the show to have a discussion with us.
And we had questions, so they kind of knew the topics that we were going to talk about. But guys, we are going to do a Destiny debate, so stay tuned for that. We're going to do it probably in the next week or two here on the Mentuition channel. Myself, Hector, Basil, we'll do a debate. I think he wants to like, I guess like him versus our channel, so we can bring Destiny will debate like multiples of people, and so maybe Alex will be on his side. But yeah, guys, we're 100% going to be doing a Destiny debate, so stay
Yeah.
tuned for that.
I'm not married yet. Curious to see how you guys would handle a dead bedroom situation in this example. She's not willing to change the sex frequency.
That's the second part to the other.
That's the second part to the other. If she's not willing, I mean, then that's again, you guys. I mean,
problem.
that's why it's important to when you get married to someone, you get married under God first of all, because then you'll seek counsel from other married couples. And maybe she needs counsel. Maybe there's something you're doing wrong, maybe there's something she's doing wrong, or maybe both of you guys are doing something wrong, and that's why that spark isn't there anymore. I mean, there's three things in a marriage. There's you, there's her, and then there's both of you.
Mhm.
You, me, us is three things that we need to work on. You need to work on you, I need to work on me, and we need to work on us.
Mhm.
And if we're not in the same frequency, either there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with both of us. And that's why I think counsel is important.
Giovanni, how would you handle that situation?
Like a
She's not
bedroom
willing.
situation.
Yeah, she's not, and she's not gonna change the frequency. It's only 2 days a month.
I mean, I don't think I would ever be in that situation. I've never been in.
Yeah,
that
but
situation.
hypothetically, if it
Yeah,
happened, how
hypothetically,
would
your
you?
wife says,
Yeah, I mean, I would just sit her down and have a discussion. Like, is there anything in this relationship that you have an issue with? Is there something that I'm doing wrong that's making you feel like you don't want to be as sexually active?
No, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, then I would just leave her.
And
I'm
you're
not-
married.
I'm
You're
out.
married.
Oh,
This is
no, it says we're not married yet.
no. Oh no, he's saying he's not married yet. Okay,
He's saying I'm
not married yet,
but
so
he's
he wants
curious
to know
see how
he
we
wants
would
to
handle the
understand.
Oh,
situation.
if I was in a marriage,
Yes,
The
yeah.
second part to the question.
It was.
The other
It
one.
was. Yeah, two
Bring up
questions
the other
ago.
one for us,
yeah,
please.
because I don't know.
It was 2 questions ago.
and that was
No,
all
no,
about
no.
Destiny.
The question.
That was all
No, the
about
question
Destiny.
before that.
The one about marriage that what was his
Yeah.
name?
You're meshy.
Yeah, your meshy ass. Oh. Okay.
Don't know
So
what
basically, let's say your wife only had 2 sex with. Oh, go. There you
Okay,
go.
so it
There you
says, what were your major takeaways?
go. No, no, Jesus.
So, if you had a family and your wife only wants to have sex twice a month, do you divorce her or stay together for the family? And then go to the second one, Fanny, please. I'm not married yet. Curious to see how you guys would handle the dead bedroom situation. In this example, she's not willing to change the sex frequency.
You said like she's saying that there's nothing wrong,
Correct.
but I would be like, no, there's got to be something wrong. I've observed the behavior. I'm seeing the change of behavior. You got to like talk to me and tell me what's wrong. You got to come to like a mutual understanding, and also like maybe you like something like you said, that women are emotional. Maybe this month, she's got a lot going on, so maybe like put in the extra effort to like show her that you care. Rub her feet or some shit. Get her like warmed up. Like sometimes women need that shit. They got a lot of shit going on, a lot of stress. Rub her feet, pop some champagne. You know what I'm saying? Like put her in a bubble bath. You know what I'm saying? And
Everything
if you
that I
put in the
said,
effort, if you put in effort
Yeah.
and it hasn't changed, then you have a real issue and you should consider leaving.
yeah.
Let
And
me
she's
ask y'all a
fucking
question
someone else.
though. Are you gonna leave, or are you gonna say, "Look, I'm just go fuck other women"? Right? He's saying for the kids though. So if you leave, that's why he's throwing that in there. You guys are kind of missing that. If you leave, you break the family.
Correct.
Technically, you break the family because you left.
Yeah.
Right? A woman divorces you, she broke the family. You divorce her or leave her, you broke the family. So if there's kids involved, you have a 7-year-old and an 11-year-old, and she's saying, "I'm gonna indefinitely give you two times a month. You're gonna have sex until I say so." I would simply say to her, I would try to work it out, like you're saying. I would say, "Yo, look, I'm not happy with that. Like, we've been having sex before. Why is this coming up?" If she's like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope," I'm like, "Okay, then here's what I'm going to do." And for the kids, I would stay, especially if they're that young, and I would tell her, "I'm going to go and smash other girls, and I don't really care what you're talking about because you're not trying to work with me as a husband." And I think that we had a vow that we would try to work things out.
But then at
That's
that
what I
point,
would
the
do.
whole marriage kind of comes a facade for your children.
No, it doesn't. My children don't have to know.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Why? How would my children know I'm cheating?
Yeah, children
but
need
I'm-
to stay
yeah,
in
but
the
then you're
child
not
list.
in a real marriage anymore, and you're only staying in that marriage for the children. It's a facade. It's an
Yeah,
illusion.
but isn't it worth it to stay for the kids?
No, I think that you're telling your kids the truth and just still trying to be in
Okay.
their life with the mother and make it work together, and just acting like y'all some freaking TV show family. Like,
Okay,
nah.
I'm gonna
but
respectfully
I get
disagree
that.
though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna co-parent because my wife's not giving me
Yeah.
sex.
Uh,
I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna say, look, here's what it is. The kids don't have to know. A lot of people assume that the kids really know what's going on, and I don't think
No.
they would know what's going on
Not
unless
unless you
she told
allow
them.
them. Yeah, unless you allow
Because a
them
lot of
to
women
know.
are evil like that, and
Yeah.
your dad was you didn't say the part that what you did,
Mhm.
and maybe there would be rules. Look, it'll happen. I'm gonna have one girl that I'm gonna do this, or this is where I get frustrated with women because they don't really want to negotiate, right? What is the thing? I don't negotiate with terrorists. It's like
Right.
you're basically you get your vagina and you don't want to have sex and you're not even telling me the reason why is more important than my sexual need. I wouldn't let you know what I'm saying? Like, why is your shit more important than my shit? We're supposed to be, in a marriage. I
What
mean, I don't
happened-
know what
what
y'all
happened
think.
if she
That's why
hits you with
counsel is
like, oh,
important.
What if she's not okay with
And
it?
I would try all of that, counseling and all of
Yeah.
that.
What if she's
you
not
say?
okay with it? Like I said, you tried the counseling.
Is
What
she
happens?
not
She's just
okay with
asexual.
it?
What happens? She's just asexual now.
That's bullshit.
So why is that bullshit though? What happens?
Asexual?
Yeah, but what happens? Y'all go to counseling. She goes to a therapist, and she's like, "Yo, I'm asexual.
Okay, explain what asexual means to me.
It's just not like sex. Like it
Doesn't like sex
at all. She doesn't enjoy it. The thought of it isn't something she's into.
Then we need to go seek some therapy for her. We need to figure
No,
out
she
what.
went to a therapist, and they said she's asexual.
Okay, well,
That's
how
just-
can we fix this?
It's chemically in your head. You're asexual.
Okay, now, okay, cool. Let's say that's the reason.
Mm.
In this scenario that you added, she's willing to paint this happy family picture with me, but it's not real, right?
Right.
Okay, but the kids would think it's real, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
That's wrong.
no, that's cool. As long as my children are okay,
Yeah.
and my children think mommy and daddy love each other, then we'll explain that to them when they get older. When they get older, we'll be like, hey, look, your father and I have been going through this, or your mother and I have been going through this for many years, and this is why we no longer, are into being with each other.
But the
Right.
intention
we
is
stayed-
to tell the kids that some
Eventually, when they're
But
old
not when
enough to
they're kids.
understand.
I could get on.
Yeah,
I guess I
But
could
not
when
when
they're
they're
children.
So what age? Like around 21?
Yeah, well,
22?
if they're 7, maybe like when they're
18,
teenager or like
yeah,
16,
18,
14,
Eight-
14,
no,
16.
like-
No, you don't
oh,
think 18's pretty young
old
still?
enough. Older when they're like 20. It depends on their characteristics.
When I am, there's a term called empty nester. An empty nester is when your kids, the eggs, the chicks leave. So 18, 19, 21, going off to college, then we can figure out if we're going to stay together or not, or we're going to split up.
Mhm.
But I think the staying together for the kids, or they don't know, or it's Disney, whatever, is fine because we're two grown adults and we both know that it's better that we're both in the household raising the kids than us apart.
100%.
Why am I going over daddy's house? Why do I
Yeah.
have two rooms with two different sets of toys? I've seen it happen all the time. Why is it that daddy's room is different than mommy's? Right? They these things pick up and it causes problems. And then mom, corners the kids, starts telling the kids stuff, or the kid something happens, you're not there, and you're not able to have that masculine energy. It's just a bad situation.
Yeah.
I think as grown adults, you can suck it up, and you guys are in a commitment, and this is
Something
where
about the
accountability.
nuclear family.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
but this is where being a grown fucking man and a grown woman, and and accountability comes in.
Okay, so let's change the scenario a little bit then. Let's say the woman says, because you're not making enough money to provide for us, and I have to get a job,
Mhm. And I'm tired.
and I'm tired.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
valid.
I'm tired, and then what? What are you saying?
I'm tired.
Yes,
I don't
I'm
feel like
tired. I
having
don't
sex.
feel like
I had a
having
long
sex,
day at
yeah.
work. I'm working too. Like I'm
Oh,
working hard.
I see. I see.
I
Then
what
can
that's
you're
only
saying.
have
bad. Then
sex
I'd
with
be
you
like,
2
I mean,
days out of
shit,
the
baby,
month.
fuck. At least jack me off or something. Like, I mean,
What happens? She says no though.
I mean,
No, are you going to go out now? Now, is it
I
okay
think
if you go
then-
out?
Then that would depend on how willing you are to keep your woman from working. At that point, it was like, damn, okay, you're right. I am making less money. I did promise to protect and provide for you, offer you security. I vowed for this as your man. Now it's my duty to make sure that I get you out of work, because women are not meant to be in survival mode. So yeah, no, I agree. That's very valid.
Okay, and the guy shouldn't be able to
No, she-
go out and
no,
express
no.
options.
No, hell no. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Exercising options if your woman has to work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that would be my answer to that.
Okay, so this one has been a question.
What are some of the goals and values of the new podcast? What are the measurements of success for you all? Goals and values, we have a lot, nothing concrete because we're in the beginning stages. So our only goal right now is growth.
Mhm.
And as far as our measurements for success are limitless, because there's no telling how far we'll grow. all we know and all we can tell you, John Wick, is that the growth is going to be exponential and the growth is going to be limitless because of how many great people we have surrounded around us and how many people are believing in what Mentuition Network can potentially be. I don't
Yeah.
know if you want to expand on that, Basil and
No,
Steve.
Yeah, no, I
that's
yeah, I
I
can't,
mean he
he
said it all.
basically
Yeah,
said it all.
no,
I mean,
there's nothing
um,
I could really add to
Yeah.
that.
the measurement for success, I'll say, is just um your guys' feedback and you guys supporting. We're gonna start a membership program. We've already started a Discord. We're gonna bring everything, back that you guys all know and love, but it's gonna be, like I said, more sophisticated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more classy. Of course, there are gonna be moments where we're joking.
Entertainment. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
look, we're gonna there's still gonna be OnlyFans girls that come here. It's
We
just
still have personalities at
yeah,
the end of
but
the
what I'm
day,
saying,
bro.
guys, is like you can have an OnlyFans girl here, hee hee ha ha or whatever, but still have a serious conversation as
Yeah.
well. So we want to give you guys like different kinds of content.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a variety of things on this
Yeah.
channel, and we're gonna try out a lot of different things, and we hope you guys like what we're
Yeah.
gonna bring.
And to add on to that, also, we're gonna be providing true value.
Yeah,
True value. You know, Steve builds studios. Like
Yeah.
Steve built two amazing studios. You know, Basil has his program, how to quit your 9 to 5 with social media. I have my program, high
Mhm.
status mastery course. Like there's true value that we're going to be providing that doesn't revolve, with us just sitting here talking shit. Like we like to do this. We enjoy your guys' feedback, uh, but the message is far beyond just speaking it.
Mhm.
We're living it. What we tell you to prioritize, like we really prioritize in real life.
Yeah. I'll say one last thing about that, guys. You're going to get a look into each of our lives. You're going to learn more about us personally, which you really didn't get to learn about in our previous situation. We all are going to have our own thing that we're adding to the channel. Of course, you guys know me for traveling, the passport bro stuff. A lot of you guys know I'm a DJ. I work at strip clubs. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Brazil. I have no shame in my game of what I post or what I put on the channel, but there's going to be different things that come up, and then we're all going to do certain shows together. So it's going to be a variety of different things that you guys are going to see, but we're going to like basically make playlists. Like this is the Hector Jesus part of Mentuition. I mean, just think of it like a network, guys.
Yeah, like a
Fox
TV
has,
TV network.
yeah, it'll be revolving shows. They won't all be intertwined. They'll be about, some of you may not agree with some of it, some of you may not like it. It is what it is, but we're going to be transparent with you guys because we're up here and we're telling you guys the truth about ourselves. We're not up here, putting up some sort of facade. We're like, this is really what we do. This is, we're really in Miami. We're really hanging out with these people, and we have a lot of people like Basil and Hector said that are willing to like help us now. So you're gonna see a lot more really kick-ass collaborations. And real quick, I want to say shout out to the girls. Like shout out to Fanny, Kate, Alexia, all of the ladies. We will make sure next time we do a stream, we have this room better prepared, more mics. I have a bunch of cameras that you guys can't even see that aren't set up. There's cameras here. There's wires hanging from up here. So you guys will see really cool kick-ass, views. We'll bring back the floating camera. We got so many ideas, man. I can't even really explain how much we're going to do. And, whatever hits off with you guys, we'll keep trying it, just like a channel. It's like a channel, how like, oh, we tried the there was something before
The Wayans brothers,
right?
And,
and then if it doesn't work, they cancel the show, right? Yeah. So
I heard that the Wayans brothers got canceled at the 99th episode.
Right.
Damn, they couldn't do 100. They were like,
Yeah.
nah.
Before what do they call it?
Because they would have probably had to do 100. What's a special, like 100 episode special?
Well, with 100,
and they would that would have been
at
the
100
budget.
episodes, a show gets something.
Yeah.
It's what's it called? Damn, they call it it's a word for it. It's a word for it that when they reach 100 episodes, they get some sort of like contract to continue to do more seasons
Gotcha.
or whatever, something like that. I wish we had the thing so we could look it up.
Yeah.
But they canceled the show at 99 episodes just so they wouldn't get it.
Mhm.
And the Wayans brothers show was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah. And so you guys will see like different shows on the channel. And
not all the shows are gonna agree with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have to agree on the same type of opinions, but sometimes the shows might come together, do a collab.
Yeah. Different content, different things. Like we're gonna get really creative with what we create. I mean, you know, when great minds come together, the possibilities are endless, you guys. So,
Yeah, and right now, guys, the studio downstairs we're revamping. It's gonna be a whole new vibe. I'm really excited for you guys to see what we're gonna do down
yeah,
there.
we actually got a meeting tomorrow in regards to the new studio. So,
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. It's gonna be, you know,
Mhm.
some, you know, and if you guys have any ideas, yeah, shoot it our way, man.
Yeah.
We're open ears right now. Fanny is pouring me another drink, trying to get me drunk.
Let's see. Do you guys support child custody being rewarded primarily to fathers instead of mothers? Studies show single fathers do a better job. Joint custody damages kids, like the constant moving. That's a tough one, man. I think that we pretty much agree that, you know, the nuclear family is the best option, excuse me, for a child. But if you had to pick, yeah, I mean, of course, you know, they're a bit better off with the fathers, but I think that it needs to start at a certain age, especially for the young boys. So I would say that the first few years, up until about 6 or 7, the child should be with the mother, right? And then after the boy child starts to get older, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, he begins to ask certain questions that only men can answer. Then I think that's when the man needs to start taking over. Yeah.
You said we have more questions.
Yeah, that was the question.
That was the
Okay.
last
Oh,
question.
All right.
from your
There's
Meshi,
more
or you
though.
mean in general?
That was the last question they asked.
Okay.
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 Did we miss any?
No.
All right, guys. Well, if you have any more questions, I mean, we can. I don't know if you guys have any. I mean, we can keep talking. I think we can give the people a little bit more.
Yeah,
I
of
want to learn
course.
a little bit more about Giovanni, man. Like, can you give the people a little bit more information about yourself? You were on Just Pearly Things.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about you. You flew all the way down here,
Yeah.
and
You
of
did
course,
Just Pearly, you did Black Ice, you did
Yeah.
well, you actually flew to London to do Just Pearly, correct?
Yeah, I flew all the way
Yeah.
out to London.
that's dope,
Yeah.
man.
You
Yeah,
did
tell us.
the Hector Jesus show, right?
He was on the
Yep, that's
Hector.
how we, yeah,
That's how we
dude,
met.
no
Yeah.
doubt, man. Yeah, no, so basically I built up my YouTube channel to like 30K. I just wanted to go in like a different direction. So I was making pretty good money off of that.
Mhm.
And then I decided I want to do like podcasts and things and like take social media serious, which I'm kind of doing now, like and flying out here, creating content and things like that. So I flew out to London like a month after that. I flew out to Vegas, and then I flew out, met with this dude, linked up, been networking with him. Then I went back to Vegas, shot again with Black Ice, did a couple podcasts out there. Also with Glenn Lawrence, he's like Rolo Tomasi's like manager. So I got to like meet Rolo out there. Got to go to their studio where they do like Lost Access Vegas. So basically, man, I'm just out here like doing what Hector talks about, leveling up, like
Mhm.
really like networking, leveling up, creating genuine relationships. Because we talked about that last night. Like people
Yeah.
just network because
Mm.
they want to come up off you. Like just really fucking with somebody because you genuinely fuck with them. I don't care if I'm gonna get money off you. I'm not gonna fuck with you if it's not real.
Mhm.
So I think like that's what I'm just been doing, man. Just showing guys that you can literally. I come from nothing, bro. Like I come from me and Hector. We come from the hood, like dead nothing, though. So just trying to inspire people that you're not like a product of your environment. You can control the outcome of your life. So
Our
that's
first conversation was about that. Yeah.
yeah.
We were talking for like 3 hours at the cigar lounge
Cigar
about that.
lounge,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of these people don't know. They said so I want to talk about that, like positive role models.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just like be honest. I looked up to my brother. My brother was like respected in the street, so I want to be like my brother. Now I'm older. Like that's not somebody I should have been looking up to. Like you know what I mean? Like it wasn't until I left the hood and I was around people that actually had things going for themselves. They actually showed emotion. Like for me, I never showed emotion. I used to be just stone cold face and just showing me different sides of life, right? Because if you all you know is just no emotion and you hang around people that are emotionally triggered. I was trying to fight people for nothing. I talked about that. Like you have certain rules from the hood and you're applying them to a different environment. They don't work in this environment. You can't just be aggressive and willing to fight everybody. You're gonna burn all your connections. You're gonna burn all your bridges. So yeah, I just want to inspire people like that really come from nothing and you can really just change them. It's like you talked about showing them pictures of the old Hector.
Yeah.
If I showed you some pictures of me, like when I was,
You
like,
showed me some pictures.
yeah,
of
like
him,
you would
bro.
like that's not me because I don't conduct myself that way. I
Yeah.
don't speak that way. I don't hang around people like that no more.
And you know what,
Yeah.
Giovanni? I want to expand on what you said. Somebody told me, a really good friend of mine, and you know, she said, "Stop saying you're from that place,
Mhm.
right? Because you're gonna keep, you know, you're gonna keep influencing your subconscious to think that you are. You know, when you touch on the subject, like, look, I do come from this place, but I'm not that person anymore.
Right.
because again, like when you have a responsibility, like guys like us, where young people look at us for some sort of guidance or leadership, I think that disassociating ourselves with that past is
Mm.
important also, like not reminding ourselves, of course, never forgetting where we come from,
Yeah, of
but not
course.
speaking it as in I'm from the hood, or
Yeah.
I went to prison, I went to jail, I was this, I was that. It's like, no, unfortunately, I had to experience certain things and they were very negative. However, those negative things made me the man who I am today,
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
and,
no,
and it
I'm
spoke to me,
grateful.
bro.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
grateful. I've been broken a lot of times, bro. I don't fell a lot of times. I had to pick myself back up. And you talk about like being a product of your environment. A lot of these dudes have the mentality where it's like the hood is a box and you're trapped in it. And it's
Mhm.
like just the idea in your mind that there's a box is creates the box. There
Mhm.
is no box. The
Yeah.
box is an illusion.
Say that again.
The box is an illusion.
No, just the idea
Yeah,
of just the idea of thinking that there's a box creates the box.
yeah.
It's
Nah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
box is an illusion. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. You make it exist.
So Giovanni, how did you get these opportunities by networking?
I think it was just always like I've always done videos for like 10 years, like just
Mm.
motivating men, motivating women, and just me, you know, I guess coming out my comfort zone, so to speak, and reaching out, and not being afraid of being rejected. Like I've tried to network with people and they shut me down or they don't respond. It is what it is. But then there's people like Just Pearly Things or like Hector or other people that I've networked with and they gave me that opportunity. So I think it's just providing value is the key, right? Because then for someone to want to give you a shot, they have to see something in you. They have to see some sort of value that you bring, and it's just bringing value, creating relationships, creating like reference points. Like, oh, I was with this person. I'm with what you call it. I hit up a Jose, and what he say? He said, Hector has nothing but good things to say about you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jose Rodriguez.
yeah,
Oh
Jose.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, because I was like, yo, because apparently he's from New York,
Mhm.
right? So not too far from where I'm from. I was like, yo, let's just link up, just shoot the shit, maybe make some content or whatever. He's like, yeah, we could possibly do that. And then he's like, yeah, Hector had nothing but good things to say about you. So it's about building relationships and actually bringing value to people. So
how did you get into the space? Did you touch on that? Like, why Just Pearly Things? How did you get into this man-centric kind of content? You said you've been doing it for 10 years. Was there something, like, were you doing it before all of this blew up? Were you like one of the pioneers, or what sparked you to get into this kind of content?
well, I think I was always like into like the personal development aspect of things.
Okay.
And then you just realize that it kind of trickles into sort of the red pill space.
Right.
We're about just, self-improving. So it's just kind of like it just made sense, right? To talk about more about women and dating rather than just like personal development. So I just want to be more diverse and talk about things that are relative to like a lot of stuff that are affecting men today. So that's really just a shift of content. All right. I mean, you just focus more on men. Like I used to focus a lot on like women, like spirituality type of shit. But I kind of got the fuck out of there, and just focused on like reality and the truth, how the world really works, instead of just protecting people's feelings and egos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a hunch that this channel is gonna cater a lot towards women than we think. I would love to have more women in the chat. Like, we're getting a lot of questions from women.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
I
think
see one up
that's
there. Whenever we're done, we could go ahead and bring it up. Sorry.
yeah, we can. I like the fact that we have women in the chat, though. I think wherever the women go, men follow anyway.
Yeah.
Just like Kevin Samuels. I mean, he would always only bring. Oh, Fanny's drunk. Fanny
You know
is
what
drunk.
it is, Steve? It's the fact that we're being genuine with this message. We're not catering to a woman's feelings to get pussy. Like we're
Right.
telling her, hey, look, like I'm not interested in a sexual encounter with you.
Right.
I'm interested in your growth, right?
Mhm.
I'm interested in you becoming a better version of yourself in order for you to ultimately seek happiness and find it, rather than just, I'm gonna tell you what I know you feel you want to hear
Right.
in order to have sex with you. And a lot
Right.
of these guys do that shit.
Mhm.
And it's disingenuous, it's destructive.
Mhm.
A lot of them get caught up.
Mm.
There's a guy, what the hell was his name? Something Jackson, black dude. He was like just saying all this shit to cater to women's feelings, pedestalizing
yeah, I know who you're
women.
talking about. What the fuck?
You know who I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can't remember his name, but it was something Jackson.
Yeah, I know who you're
Just
talking about.
pedestalizing women and catering to their feelings and
Yeah.
saying all this stuff. If he's this, then do this, and
Yeah.
he ended up cheating on his
Oh,
wife.
I know
Yeah.
who you talk
He
He
about.
ended up
Yeah.
cheating on his
Yeah.
wife, lying about it. He got caught. He said he'd never do it again, and then did it again, and then they divorced.
But
Uh-huh.
the
And
thing-
they apologized
yeah.
publicly too. and she looked like she wasn't with it. You know what I mean? She looks like he was just saving face for the sake of the viewers he lied to. You know, kind of like someone who you know, someone
Derek,
that I
someone,
know.
you're a mess. You put in Derek Jackson.
Oh, Derek Jackson. Yeah, Derek Jackson.
I want to add on that. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, like men will just say whatever women want to hear. I was had a conversation with this girl. I was like, listen, if you wanna only hear yes from a man, if you don't want to be told that you're wrong all the time, like if you want to be able to live a certain reality and never be told you're wrong, no, regardless of how delusional it is or how crazy it sounds, then go fuck with somebody else. Because there's plenty of dudes out there that are gonna just agree with you, never tell you that you're wrong. I'm not that guy. So yeah, but guys will just pander to women, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, pandering. Yeah, pandering.
Pander bears.
Fanny, what was the question? I think it said maybe this question will redeem me. Do you guys have a dream guest for podcasts? For the podcast, who's on your guest wish list? Collabs, or is it too early to say? Well, you know, this isn't a podcast; it's a show.
Correct.
Yeah.
And dream guest. I would have
mean,
loved to have Kevin Samuels on the show, but unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any dream guests. I think I have people I want to have conversations with.
Yeah. George Clooney, I would like to have on the show. Who else would be dope? I would love to have Romeo Santos on the show. You know,
There you go. Calm down, Fanny. Calm down.
Like, we'd make sure that Fanny's not here for that show.
I mean, I think there's a bunch of people that that we would love to have on the show.
Yeah.
I also think there's a bunch of people that
we might not know yet.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that will come to the show now. That were so. Pearly things we would probably get on the show. That will happen soon. Actually, that will happen soon.
We'll get in touch with her. I mean, I think she's coming out to Miami.
Yeah, I have Pearl's
Tate
number.
would be dope too.
So I personally text her and say, hey.
Now that we're disassociated from certain people, maybe Justin Waller and Rolo Tomasi, Michael Sartain,
Mike Sartain. Yeah, guys, all the guys in the space that you guys see, man. A lot of them you'll probably see. Mike Sartain, I have a video already on Mentuition. Shout out to Jakeem. Jakeem did a Young Hustlers podcast on the channel with Mike Sartain. So if you guys want to watch, it was good, guys. Go dig deep in the crates of the Mentuition stuff, and you will see maybe a month or so ago, Young Hustlers, Jakeem and Nati did a thing with Mike's, and him and Jakeem were arguing over flat Earth for like 45 minutes.
For real?
Yes.
I think, let's do this. We'll create a playlist for Young Hustlers.
Yeah.
Mentuition.
Yeah. And Basil has some really kick-ass content. I don't know why you're being so modest. Basil already's done 2 interviews. He's done some really cool shit with some people from the War Room. Like, I don't know if you want to post any of that, but you have like Basil's already done like 2 or 3 interviews.
I just did one recently, so we could put that on Mentuition.
That would be good too. Yeah. That would be good. I mean, we could post it on both channels.
Yeah,
but
let's do a Mentuition exclusive.
Yeah,
just, get started and like that.
So you guys will see stuff from Basil, stuff from me, stuff from Hector, stuff from maybe even some of the girls, and then there'll be stuff I won't say podcast, a show that we all do together. So yeah, man, it's gonna be lit.
What else do we got, Fanny? Not
cool.
Just questions though. Just go through the chats if you want. Go ahead and go through the chats, and then we'll close off. Your network can be a valuable network. Be good to good people and get better every day. Yes.
Be good to good people. That's from Satan the Sinner. Shout out to you. He might watch that channel. That's a line from Marquette. Marquette, I would love to have on the show.
Kim,
do you know who Satan the Sinner is?
Yes, I know. You gotta hold it. I knew that was for me. You gotta hold it from the stem or hold it from the base. I know. I know. Yeah, he saw me do this because it's like hard to like. He saw me do this, and I drink like this. You're 100% correct. Yes, proper wine etiquette. You hold it from the stem or you hold it from the base.
I didn't know you hold it from the base. That's weird.
Yeah. No. What do you mean?
You drink it like that?
Yeah. You could,
I've seen the stem
like this, just like this. Yeah.
Okay. That's just odd.
Yeah. No. See, it's because it's with one finger like this, just like this.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And then in America, ladies get poured first, In Asian culture, the eldest gets poured first, you know, and then this is just King Curly. Yo, wine etiquette. First, you gotta you know, you
Yeah.
gotta
So
swirl it, right?
Mhm.
You gotta inhale it, not smell it. You gotta, right? Because you're inhaling the smell, and then when you drink it, mhm,
yeah, there you go.
and it's got to be a quarter size thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then then they'll go ahead and pour the
and then they'll
more.
pour the
Yeah,
rest. Yeah, exactly. Don't fucking try me, King
Yeah.
Kernels. What does he say? Your hand heats up the wine if you don't 100%. I like that you know that, bro. But you need a profile picture. What else do we got?
He said, "Don't invite the person whose last name is Fuentes." That's good.
Who's that?
Nick Fuentes. He's kind of like a racist. Like Pearl invited him to her channel, and like a whole
Oh.
bunch of controversy happened. Uh,
Before I log off for the ladies, what is the greatest life advice you've ever gotten that you would share with people?
Oh.
Ladies?
yeah, ladies, we can move our mics closer. Hector, you can kind of do this to extend it out, like to give it a longer arm.
Oh, I'm trying to think. You know how much advice I get on a daily?
I just gave you some advice today.
You give me advice every time I come on this podcast. First of all, any advice that Hector tells me, guys, that's all I have to
What was
say.
what was the last thing that Hector told
The
you?
most, I don't know. The most.
Damn, the most recent?
I don't
Not
know
the
if
most
this is like
recent.
the greatest, but I have a good one
What
that
is it?
like is good. Just to remember that it's everyone's first time experiencing life kind of thing. So, people fuck up, people do, it happens kind of thing. Give people grace.
Okay. Brunette was annoyed that the girls weren't involved. There were I saw a few
because
women.
When were we
Why not?
speaking?
Guys, this is a very impromptu stream, and we
She
had
said the
some.
questions for everyone.
Oh.
What's great? What's this?
They're
I
not
would
speaking because
say-
girls are better. What's the thing? They're, what is it? A silent woman? No, what is it? The saying?
Spanish saying where it's like, "Cállate, te miras más
Yeah. You look calladita, te miras más bonita.
I'd say the most recent advice.
The more
I've
silent she is, the
gotten-
more pretty she is.
Yeah. Steve
Damn, I'm
be
learning
coming,
Spanish, damn.
Chat. Steve be coming with the Spanish randomly, just random
Yeah.
Spanish with no accent. It'll just be
Yeah.
words. Like you practice the same word over and over again until you don't have an accent.
I'm in Miami, guys. If you're in Miami, you gotta learn how to fucking speak Spanish. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Even Basil speaks Spanish. Basil listens to
does speak
reggae.
Spanish.
He listens to reggaeton songs.
Basil,
you know?
yo,
Basil
Basil,
goes
what
like,
the
"Que lo
fuck? You know
que?"
what's funny? I would come to the house and Basil would just be listening to Spanish music.
Yes,
When
Basil.
when we went out with Jose, you played like you were getting braided, your hair braided, listening to Spanish music. I'm brushing my teeth and I'm like, yo, I know this thing ain't got fucking Bad
Yeah.
Bunny playing
Nah, you
right
do.
now. Yo, like what
I
the
Yes.
actually
fuck?
have a video of Basil singing a Spanish song. Remember?
Oh yeah. We're supposed to put that on the locals. And he didn't do it.
Connected, and you just hear the most randomish Spanish songs coming out of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the greatest life advice? Let me think.
Oh yeah. So I think the greatest life advice I've gotten lately would be don't change your kind heart for anyone. I think that would be the biggest, and I take that one very personal because it's really easy for anybody to take advantage of you when you have a great heart. So I'd say that.
What, Basil?
Basil said, "Well, what is she talking about?"
Kind
Basil
hard.
got a big heart. Somebody said that. Okay, anybody?
Who else?
Alexia? I'm trying to remember.
We'll come back to
We'll come
Alexia.
back to me, guys.
I think that's for everybody, right?
Biggest life advice you've gotten.
Biggest life advice. The biggest life advice I got.
Well,
I'm trying
let,
to think.
let me go.
Go ahead,
before
yeah,
you.
Because that's
well,
a hard. That's a like
a
you gotta
wise
really
man.
think.
A wise man learns from others' mistakes.
Yeah, that's a good one. A wise man learns from other mistake. A smart man learns from his own. Right?
Correct.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Value the little things. The little things,
Mhm.
and that's from Marcus Aurelius,
Yeah.
the meditation.
The greatest life advice that I've received was, well, there's a bunch, man, but I'll pick one. Reputation and narrative is everything. If someone has a narrative of you, oh, a lot of people say like, I don't give a fuck what people think of me. So there's two, reputation and narrative is everything. And for people who say like, I don't give a f what people think of me, someone told me you should give a f what people think of you that you love, that you admire, and you respect.
Mm-hmm.
If maybe you've never dealt with them before, or there's nothing you can gain or lose from them, then yeah, don't give a fuck what they think. But if it's
Yeah.
a family member, your mom, someone you're trying to be like, your mentor, you should give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of people say that loosely, and it's like you don't give a fuck what anyone says.
They say
You
it to
have
exalt
to.
responsibility,
Right.
bro.
So you gotta give a fuck about what
Yeah.
people say. That's a very stupid statement to just spew out all the time.
Yeah.
So
I got another one, but it's in Spanish. Is dale tiempo al tiempo. Give time some time.
okay.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. Like,
Uh-huh.
give yourself some time to grow. Give
Mhm.
yourself some time to learn. Everything will happen as it's supposed
As
to.
it should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giovanni, you have
Giovanni?
one?
Yeah, there is a lot, man. But it's like I would say, life is only 10% of what happens to you. 90% is how you react to it. Just
Mm.
controlling how you respond to things.
I like
Change
that.
your entire reality.
Stoicism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
reacting to everything. Learn how to
Yeah.
control your emotions, especially as a man.
Yeah.
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 Shit, facts.
We got any more? No? Okay.
We can run through them. Some that we missed. Just run through
Yeah.
some.
If there's anything else. Well, first of all, too, I want to appreciate Giovanni for coming, man.
Nah,
you
thank you,
know,
sir.
man.
Yeah. I've been
We-
trying to come out here for months, man.
yeah, and it's crazy
Yeah.
because we everything that happened with our previous situation, we've been talking for a while, and so. But I'm still glad you came, and we told you we
Of
wanted to get some content with you, and next time you come down, it's gonna be bigger and bigger and better. So I'm just happy you made it here. I hope you enjoy our hospitality. It was cool smoking the cigars.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoy the studio, and that was dope, man. Going out with you guys doing. I've smoked cigar before, but like maybe like
Did
two
you
or
like
three
the
times.
one I got you?
Yeah, that was
That
good.
was
The
good?
Romeo and Juliet. Julieta. Yeah.
What
yeah.
was that? Which one? Night.
1875 Reserve, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope when you made it over here. When you because when I was with you in Charlotte, you were thinking about going to Miami.
Yeah, right.
So this is
we
what
did have
before-
that
yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
We actually met up maybe a month before I came over here, bro.
Yeah.
A month and a half, maybe.
Yeah, because you were telling me you're like, yeah,
planning for January,
Yeah.
whatever, right?
you
Yeah,
wanna move out there.
yeah,
So I thought it was dope when y'all two connected. I was like, shit.
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how things, come into fruition. I actually met Steve over the phone. We met. I don't know if I hit you up. I think I hit you up or you hit me up or
Yeah.
whatever. And we were planning on linking up for a while.
Mhm.
And it ended up happening, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is
Follow
what
your
it is.
purpose, man. You start attracting
Yeah.
motherfuckers that is like you.
King, I would say probably within the next couple days. There's a couple things I have to do on the back end. He's asking when can we start donating to the show. Very soon. I'm actually monetized, but with Google/YouTube, you have to verify. They send you like a letter with like a PIN number that you have to type in. You have to verify your name. We've had a whole bunch of things happen recently, so we have to get the business straight and get the LLC straight or whatever we're gonna do. But I'll make sure the channel is monetized. I'll make sure you guys can donate. Hopefully in the next stream or at least a stream after that, and then you'll see that little what is it? The money sign super chat icon on the stream.
Yeah, for now.
But for now,
Enjoy
yeah,
the
just
free questions.
send in your questions, guys.
Yeah.
Obviously we love to appreciate the donations, but hey, just send it in and we'll put it on the screen like we're doing.
Yeah. Would you ever do a religious episode, talk about God and other people? We talk about God all the time.
Yeah,
and
that might come maybe.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Bible, we can do it.
Yeah. And now like straight scriptural episode, perhaps. Steve and I have conversations off the air about God and like think what we think. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely. And as far as other people's perspective, sure. But I think when you speak about things like scriptures, it's like your perspective doesn't matter. What matters is what this says. Like when you look at the book, it's like, okay, you might think that that's what it says, but let's read what it actually says.
Mhm.
And there's an original translation, the English translation, which is the King James version, which is the version I advise everyone to read if you're going to get into reading the Bible. Everything else is just a watered down version. We also got to understand that things can get lost in translation. When you look at certain words, you got to look at the meaning, but not only the meaning, but the origin. We got Greek root words, Latin root words. We have to really like do our research
Mhm.
when we speak about certain things.
You can't pick and choose.
You can't pick and choose what you want to hear.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of people like to say they're a Christian, but they want to pick and choose.
yeah.
What they want to follow.
God love everybody. No, that He
No, he
doesn't.
don't.
He hates people too. You know, there's parts of the Bible where it says He hates people. You know, so yeah, I'm open. Since you're making a brand new studio, will you guys keep the studio for the new show? No, this is Studio 2. You know, this is Studio
Yeah.
B. We'll use it for other things.
Yeah.
The main studio, we're actually it's actually like in the process of. I mean, we have a meeting tomorrow, so yeah, you know,
We actually have like basically 3 or 4 studios, guys. There's
Basically.
this side, that side that you
Yeah.
see way over there. There's a big couch over there that we're gonna do
Yeah.
like small interviews on. Downstairs, we're gonna completely revamp the
Yeah.
fuck out of that,
That one's
shit.
gonna be
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
We're gonna flip
That
that
one's
shit upside
super
down.
fire.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
don't want to reveal too much. That's what it is, you
Yeah.
guys. We don't want to just tell you this is what we're
They're
doing.
trying to get
Like,
they're
no.
trying to get everything out of
Yeah,
us
they're
right
trying
now.
to
Yeah.
milk us. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned. These
Yeah.
these are TVs above me. These TVs like articulate and like,
Yeah.
like we got crazy shit going on in here.
Yeah.
Like you guys don't even know about.
Yeah.
So
And again,
you'll
you
see.
guys, I can't say this. Steve built this alone. 65,000 man hours went into the constructing of this studio.
yeah, yeah, we got.
When can I buy
and-
Mentuition shirts with some of your sayings? Very soon.
Yeah,
Very soon.
yeah.
You know, one of them is gonna be like, "Don't raise your hand at me. It strokes my ego," and I don't like it.
yeah.
You know. One of them is gonna be "Yo, baby" with like 30 Y's coming across the shirt.
Pervert question.
I think
What
red
is
pill
this?
content is good, but the hate needs to stop. Yeah, ZM, that's the thing. We don't
We-
identify with the labels that are given to us by our oppressors. We don't take pills because we don't believe in drugs. So, you know, that's the answer to that. I agree. There is a lot of hate out there. There is a lot of bitterness, you know. So, Miyazaki, the pervert, has a question for the ladies. Would you want your son to marry a virgin or marry a woman like you?
I would want my son to marry a woman like me because we already talked about the fact that just because she's a virgin doesn't mean that she's like pure and holy earthen. So knowing myself and my own values and morals, I would prefer her to be more like me.
Okay.
I would say a virgin for sure. Just because I would want her to be like completely pure. And I do agree with you too. She has to know her values and she does have to come from a very good family. In my opinion, family does matter a lot. So I would want her to do the traditional, like the guy goes to the house 100%. So I would say a virgin.
What about Alexia?
I would say the virgin, to be honest, because I'm a piggyback off also what you said. I agree with what Kate said, but honestly, the virgin.
Okay. Any more? Okay.
That's it?
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Basil was about to
We-
say something.
We'll wait for after stream. We'll wait for after stream.
Well, yeah, guys, man,
That
we
it?
appreciate you guys. Do we have
We've
anything
been
else?
shooting for a while, was it?
2.5.
Yeah,
2.5.
For the people that stuck with us for these 2 hours and a
Yeah,
half.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
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 Like the video.
Like the fucking video.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. Throw us in the fucking algorithm. So whether
Yeah.
so whether you're disintegrating into spatial particles in the vacuum in the vacuumless universe, or I don't know,
Or continuing to watch this
or
fucking
continue
video.
to watch
We
this fucking
appreciate y'all.
video. You know,
Yeah, guys, like the video again, man. We'll be back very soon. We'll come up with a schedule for
Yeah,
sure.
we
We're
gotta
gonna
sit
meet.
down,
we'll
guys.
brainstorm.
We just wanted to come back just so y'all didn't get lost and you didn't know
Yeah,
what was
like
going
we're gonna
on.
be streaming a good amount. you know?
Definitely. And Giovanni flew down here, so we wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that we did.
And also, guys, stay tuned for pre-recorded content. Right, that was
Correct,
something
correct.
that we really
I'm
didn't
glad you
do.
brought that up.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna always. I mean, we're gonna go live. I
Yeah.
would say at least 3 to 4 times a week. But I'm saying like
definitely like my interviews.
Like,
Like,
yeah, we
they're
have like
pre-recorded.
pre-recorded shit that just has not been released, or that we can
Yes.
just do on the side. Like Hector does crazy workouts, whatever we decide we want to do, guys. So stay tuned.
Y'all
for
gotta
that.
let me know when y'all finish the downstairs studio. I'll fly back out.
So you can fly back
Yeah,
out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be done by. Oh, let me not.
Hold
not
on.
expose
Hopefully,
anything.
you say you're gonna do a yacht party, right, for your 10K.
Correct.
Yeah.
You think
Damn,
downstairs will
Giovanni,
be done?
you're exposing shit,
Oh, my
brother.
fault, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
My fault. I know it was a secret.
Well, fuck you guys. We're having a
Yeah.
10K yacht party. Go ahead and hit Basil or hit me or hit
Yeah,
Steve.
we're
and
at
we'll fill you in with the details.
we're at 9,414.
Yeah.
So if you
Hey,
guys,
so you gotta say don't say nothing. I didn't know that was something y'all didn't want people to know.
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go.
Yeah, you good, dude.
yeah, so guys, make sure you subscribe too. I know a lot of you guys are over here from our previous situation. Subscribe, like the video, because I mean, honestly, if all you guys subscribe, I mean, we hit 10K, and no, I mean, we have 500 more people, basically 600 more people to hit 10K. So we'll be there probably before the end of this month. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, we
so.
just gained 100 since last night. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, guys, we appreciate you guys. Good night. Shout out to Repo, man. Appreciate you, Repo. Hopefully everyone's modded Repo. We'll talk afterwards. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.